Hey, hey, hey. We're live. You're watching the Tommy Temper Show. I'm Tommy Temper, and I'm coming to you live from Alberta, Canada. How are you doing today? I'm on that vertical video here again, and we'll give it a shot here for a bit, see how this works out. Thanks a lot for joining us. Do appreciate your company there today. And this is the official Tommy Temper Subathon. And chat. We'll chat with you, see what's going on, see what you're doing today. How is your life? What are you up to? What are you doing? I messed up because I started my stream horizontal, and then I stopped my stream. So I think I messed up the system that YouTube uses to let people know that I'm live and whatever. And now I'm not being promoted like I was just a minute ago. But hey, thanks for joining us there today. Appreciate that. Let me just go in the back end and turn some different settings on here. I just started my live here, so this will take me a second here. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us here today. Big ups to you for popping in here. Let me just go into my live here and to the back end. Go into customization, set up my, yeah, we got that sub. Oh, mod set it up already. Thanks a lot for doing that. Let's see what else we can set up in here. I think that's good. Appreciate that. There we go. That must be GGAB that did that, or Brenda Bridge, one of the two of you there. Good to see you. Annette Park in there. Good to see you. GGAB K9 Gaming in there. Yeah, what happened is I started up my stream horizontal, and a bunch of people came in, and then I cut my stream off there to go vertical. So I lost a bunch of people that came in on the stream there. But anyways, we're doing it again here. And yeah, if you're just new to the stream here, hit that subscribe button. We've got the counter right up there, so we'll be able to see in real time if anybody does subscribe to the stream here. Thanks a lot for joining us. Annette Park, good to see you. Brenda Bridge, what you doing today? GGAB, how's your life there today? Are you at home? Must be at home today. K9 Gaming, what's up? Not gaming, you're surfing around a little bit. D, good to see you. You're covering the internet like a wet blanket there, D. Sounding good. Looking good. Travel Fun 69 is live. Right on. Yeah, our good friend Jeff is live there over in, where is he now? In Vietnam or somewhere there. Overseas. So check it out. Oh yeah, okay. I think what we want to do is something a little bit different here. I think that what's happening, and you're going to see that this is happening, and I'll just say this to my mods here now, is that if I'm doing a stream where I can put other people up on my stream, and then we wanted to give a shout out to those people, but otherwise it might not be a great idea to shout out other people's live streams while I'm live, because really what you're doing is you're promoting another channel, and then everyone will go from this channel over to the other channel. Generally speaking, we like to either drop a link for me to put it up on the stream here, right? But I can't really do that because I'm vertical here today, so I won't be restreaming today. But if you can drop a link in order for me to know about that stream, if it's a really good one for me to put up on the stream, that would be a good thing. But it might not be a great idea to promote other channels while I'm live, and then everyone goes from my channel over to their channel and watches over there instead of watching here. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing. I don't mind promoting, and there are lots of channels out there that are really good people that I support, and they support me and stuff like that. But I think just for where we're going here, as a matter of fact, other channels other people are laughing at us and say, what's the matter with you? Why are you sending your viewers over to other people's channels there to go over and watch them? You know what I mean? Like, I don't mind if you're a guy that's a little channel like Luke Baker and you want to drop your link, put that link in there and get her in there. But otherwise, I think we have to kind of limit the amount of promotion of other channels while we're live here. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. I like the link drops, and I like to see who's live and whatever. And I like to put stuff up on my board here when I've got my stream wall up there. But today, I'm just going to do a live thing here. Thanks a lot for subbing up there, by the way. If you're just watching us here and you're wondering what this is all about, yeah, you may not really find out what this channel is all about here today because I'm just sitting here talking. But usually we are bringing you information from the world, you know, like spy satellites or war information, or maybe something's going on with Trump or Biden or something. So, yeah, we like to talk a little bit about the news. As a matter of fact, I was looking at the statistics on my channel to see what do other people watch other than my channel. And amazingly enough, my subscribers over here like watching news events, you know, like a tornado or, you know, a riot or, you know, things like that. That's what you guys really love, right? So I need to kind of concentrate on my audience, which is you, to bring you more things that you like. Now, this is not the stream for that because I'm just sitting here talking whatever. We'll talk to you a little bit, and I'm not really doing a real stream here. This is a fake subathon stream. Maybe we'll get a few people to sub up here today. Actually, I should record that number there that we started at 61. What was it? 20. I forget that number, but I should write it down here so that we know how many subs that we got here during this stream. I'll say it was 6128. Start. Okay, looking good. Okay, say hi in the chat there if you're just new and you don't know anything about the channel here and you're just kind of swishing by there and whatever. Hit that subscribe button and check us out the next time there, and you'll be amazed at the kind of fun that we have down here. We always like to have a little bit of fun. Luke Baker, good to see you. Real OG Jeff in there. Snitchy Scope. Yeah, what's Scope up to? Telescope. If you guys know Telescope there. What's that guy doing? He's the guy that put a strike on my channel, Telescope. You know, thinks he's a smartass there, trying to take channels down and stuff like that. In reality, though, yeah, Telescope. All you did is turn yourself into a true blackmailer. You proved to the world that you're nothing more than a blackmailer, and you tried to blackmail me. And I can actually say that because it's a true statement. You know, I don't lie. When I get up here, I don't lie. But I don't know where Telescope is these days. He's kind of being taken down. Actually, he's being attacked by the Troll Channel. The Troll Channel and Telescope are fighting now. They don't get along. That's funny. I love to hear stuff like that. You know, it's even the trolls, because Telescope is a troll. The Troll Channel is a troll. And the trolls are fighting with Telescope. It's like trolls fighting with trolls. They're all a bunch of frickin' trolls. Crazy. The troll world. Dad says, hey, how you doing? I don't know who Troll Central. No, I don't think it's run by Telescope. Troll Central is run by, I don't know who, because those guys don't really say. All you can do is surmise who it might be. Jack Harrer, I think, is what somebody said is who's behind the Troll Central and Troll Channel or whatever it is there. You know, all I can figure is that Troll Central is some guy that has a job working at some company that has a bunch of servers. So he's got nothing better to do other than to put that channel on there or whatever and just let it run all day long, do its thing. And that's really what it's all about there. Meanwhile, the rest of us are actually doing something and saying stuff and having fun and whatever, doing our own thing. Yeah, R.I.P. Rest in peace, Telescope. Yeah, I don't know what's with that guy there. Like, Telescope is kind of a weird guy. It's like I still have no idea what he really wants, you know. Like, if I think about him, he has an education to try and help drug addicts, right? And obviously his job in that appears to be, you know, aligned with trying to help people, trying to help drug addicts and stuff like that. But then he gets on the internet and does nothing more than attack people and try and tear people down and try and, you know, get people to fight with each other and stuff like that. You know, those two things just don't align at all. Like, are you a good person? Are you trying to help people? Or are you, you know, just some kind of a trouble causer that's trying to just fight with people and take people down and, you know, like what? If you don't like somebody or you don't like what they're saying, you just try and snuff them out, take them out of existence, take them right off the internet? Like, what's the deal? Is that how it works? I don't know. Hey, Kim, good to see you. I think he came in there before when I was horizontal. Yeah. Will Al side with TC or Telly? TC, probably. I would think. Sable in there. Hey, Sable. Good to see you. Will G. Abbott side with TC or Telly? I don't know. I think Telly's maybe on his... Well, G. Abbott is different, though, because Telly and Abbott were doing a lot of panels and stuff like that. So they're maybe a little bit closer. I don't know. Hard to say. Kurt Manley. Yeah, telescope is the best thing since t-shirt patterns. Just ask him and he'll tell you, yeah. Yeah, where is he? I don't know. He's doing his own thing. He does a chat panel or whatever once in a blue moon. That's about it. You know what I think? It's like everyone here. I think everyone is getting a little bit disillusioned with YouTube and with being on YouTube and with the internet and with all this kind of garbage and whatever. And we've all been here and been doing this for such a long time that, you kind of start to get petered out, I think, a little bit, to where you go, well, yeah, it was fun. It was fun when there were more people and, you were able to piss more people off and stuff like that. And when there was more action and more people, more streamers and that were live and whatever, doing their own thing. But now it's kind of dying off a little bit. There's hardly any people live. And of those people that are live, it's kind of, diminished as far as the quality of the entertainment and stuff like that. It's just gotten to be now a few people running StreamYard panels and stuff like that and arguing a little bit late at night, and then a few other people arguing with each other, trying to run each other down and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not really into that, though. I don't really want to sit here and bash people all day. It just doesn't do me any good. Bud Files. Hey, Bud Files. Good to see you. Now remember, if you have a channel and you want to drop a link in here, just type the word link in my chat, and my bot will drop your link. Yeah, telescope gets petered out all right, yeah. But yeah, it's I think that this vertical, you know what I'm seeing about, and I'm going to just talk a little bit about this going vertical here. Everyone is like into this vertical thing and of what kind of subs that you get and blah, 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 all the rest of it. I think the going vertical and doing a vertical stream was a kind of a limited event where there weren't very many people doing it. And when there weren't very many people doing it, there were a lot of people checking it out, going to it, and seeing what's going on, and then subbing up to people, whatever. But now it's kind of, a lot of people have checked into the vertical stream stuff, and a lot of people are doing it, and it's kind of become saturated, I guess you could say, to some degree, to where there's a lot more people on there doing it, and you're not going to get as many subs now as you did when it first started about, let's say, 2 weeks ago. Because I know back when it first started, I think it was 50 subs in 1 hour, right, is what I got. And now you can see that the thing is not going up all that much. So if it's not really increasing my subs at any great level at this moment, then there's really not a big reason for me to go vertical anymore. It's just something. And it's like the YouTube is like that, where when things are going, it goes great. But then things sort of peter out, and then, they've changed things over to a different format or something. Because remember, YouTube was actually promoting what they call a vertical, not verticals, but shorts. But a short is just like a 1 minute video, a vertical 1 minute video. A short is not a live. And they were really, really, really promoting that for a long time. And you were, being able to put those things up and get lots of subs and stuff like that. And it was a pretty cool thing. And then they came up with this vertical live stuff, to where this is their latest big promotion that they're pushing. But just like anything, it's kind of petered out here already, to where there aren't as many people that are really getting onto it. And I think the reason for it is because more people are doing vertical live streaming now. So now it's not just me and 10 other guys, but now it's me and 1,000 other guys. So now I'm like embedded with 1,000 other people. People are having a tougher time finding my live, and you're not going to get as many subs on that kind of a numbers, right? The numbers aren't there. So it is what it is. This might very well be my last vertical that I do live, because the only real reason that I was doing vertical lives was just to try and tap that source of new people, right, that are out there on their phones swiping up, looking at stuff. Now, some people have said when they go live that they get a lot of kids coming into their streams. I haven't seen that. I don't see that at all. I don't see a bunch of kids coming in here. And every time that I've gone live, I have not seen a bunch of kids coming in and playing kid games and stuff like that. Because just remember, children have a children's browser that is not capable of looking at this video. Now, if a child is on an adult browser, well, I can't help that, right? But these are not child videos or children's videos. These are actually not for children, right? I have that actually logged as being not for children. So that's what we're doing here. But yeah, we'll see over a period of time here. We'll see what happens. I do know one thing though that is quite interesting, and that is the number of people that actually view your video. And actually, let me go into my back end here, because this is an interesting thing. If I go, oh, hang on. No, it's not studio. I want to go to the actual video itself. Check out that channel. Go to the actual live. Go to my analytics. Okay, analytics are going to be interesting here, because on a vertical stream, I never really looked too much at the vertical. I've got about 16 likes. We need a few more likes in there, so please give us a couple of likes. Okay, now when I started this stream out, I had about 127 people watching, and that happened for a little while, and then we slowly started dropping down from 127 down to about 60 people watching. Got about 311 views so far. Concurrent viewers right now about 60. Chat rate's going at about 3. Average view duration is about 3 minutes and 46 seconds. And that's basically it. Might be picking up here a little bit now, coming up a little bit. But the numbers are going to be kind of up and down a little bit here as the stream goes on, as people kind of come over and see what we're talking about and see if it's interesting for them. And if it's interesting, they'll stick around. If they're not interested, well, then they'll go somewhere else. Swipe to the next person who's got the lady with the tarot cards who will read your future. Anyone want their future read? I've got some tarot cards here. We'll read your future. But I'm not good at it. I'll give you a fake reading. How about that? Many people use their phones. Vertical isn't phone friendly. It is phone friendly. It absolutely is phone friendly. Vertical is phone friendly. Because if you're watching at a vertical on a phone and you want to see the next live, you just swipe up and the next live comes in there. The only thing that I think that people don't like about vertical is that it is a little bit hard to read the chat. It is a little bit hard to read the chat because the chat kind of appears at this spot in here. Let me just move me up a little bit here. There we go. But the chat appears down here on your phone, okay, in this little spot here. So this spot has to be kind of black in order for the white lettering to appear in here. So you need to do that. Yeah. The other bad thing about vertical is that if you do drop a link, is that if somebody's on a phone on vertical, you can't click the link and go and check out that channel. Yeah, there's so many black tarot card readers on YouTube. Yeah. I think the tarot thing is maybe a witchy kind of a thing. I don't know whether black people are more into the witch stuff, you know. But yeah, I noticed that, Bob. I've seen that. And actually, there's so many of these tarot card readers on there that I end up going, not interested, not interested, not interested. And they end up not subbing to them. But there are a lot of those people out there. But I think what they do is they go, okay, super chat $20 and I'll, read your fortune or something like that. That's what they end up doing. So they get people that want to get their fortunes read. Is what it's all about. Oh, yeah. And I had some trouble outside my window there today. I'll show you what it looks like outside my window. There you go. There's a little shot. I can't see too much on that vertical, though. But it's still lots of snow out there. Snow on the ground, snow on the grass, snow on the roofs of the houses. And the temperature here is presently about 8 degrees below 0 Celsius. Temperature's supposed to be going up to -1, but still below freezing. Tomorrow we're going up to +4, then the next day +11. So a little bit of a warming trend happening here where I live in Edmonton. We hope that things will pop up a little bit here for us. We've got a lot of temperature rising to happen in order for all that snow to go away. So we're kind of hoping that spring is going to be arriving here pretty soon. We don't want more snow, that's for sure. We don't like snow. Not good. The People's Porch. Well. There's a blast from the past. Hey, nice to see it. People's Porch. There's a guy that's much maligned, but still, going hard on the internet. Yeah, People's Porch. Good to see you. There's a good old blast from the past with the doing the podcasting from the porch there while the convoy was going. Good to see you. Thanks a lot for popping in there. The People's Porch. And by the way, if you want, type the word link in there, and my bot will drop your link. I don't know if people can subscribe to you. We're not doing the vertical thing here. But thanks a lot for popping in there today. And check out his channel. That's People's Porch in the chat. Tries to stay clear of the drama, no doubt. Everyone's got drama. Or tarot cards. Yeah. Stay clear with them. Well, I have my little tarot cards here. I haven't really mastered them or anything like that. I know Troy always goes, I don't like tarot cards or whatever. Bad girls. Bad grizz. Bad grizz. There's some New Orleans talk there. Grizz. I don't even know what that means, but it doesn't sound good anyways. I know what you mean. Hey, there's Seagull Rock Squawk. Hey, you're pretty cool. You're like all over the place. I like you, Seagull Rock Squawk. You're like, I see you on different channels. They're like covering you're another person that's covering the internet like a wet blanket there. Like a wet seagull all over. And by the way, what happened outside my window was the pigeons came. And it's still, you see how cold it is out there. It's -8, it's below 0. And I have a little bird bath outside my window here. And the bird bath is warmed. It's like an electric one, right? So it's just above 0, the bird bath. So anyways, a pigeon sat in the bird bath and was taking a bird bath in that thing this morning. And it splashed all that water all over my window. And it froze to my window. So now it looks like hell warmed over out there. And I don't know what the hell that bird was doing in the water there when it was below 0. Like, I'm thinking, holy geez, when the thing gets out of there, all that water is going to freeze on the pigeon. And the thing is probably going to die or something. I don't know. But anyways, at below 0, the pigeons are trying to take a bath. Go figure. I never would have believed that. But it's true. Dory. Hey, Dory. Good to see you. Wizzy and Nuts Simp is in the channel. Pop it in to say hi. Good to see you. All is good. Yeah, good to see you there. People's Porch. Bob Cox in there. Oh, I thought you said girls. Yeah, Grizz. I wondered what that was. I didn't know what that means. Grizz. Those guys in New Orleans, they got all that terminology there that's like backwoodsy, I don't know what you call that talk. It's like New Orleans talk, right? Where you got to be living there. And it's like different words and dialects and stuff like that the average person doesn't know. But, you know, if you live down there, it's just like normal banter with you. Faze Yoda King. Hey, good to see you. Hey, I saw you in there when on my other live there. I had to end up stopping that live because I went horizontal. I wanted to go vertical, and I accidentally started my my stream horizontal. Wanted to try and get a few more subs in here. Hey, if you're just watching, remember, 20% of you right now watching are not subbed to my channel. Take this opportunity to hit that little subscribe button. If you're on a phone, there's a little button up there called subscribe. Hit that sub button. Let's see that number go up. Let's see if we can pop it up to... We want to go maybe hit 6150. That'd be a good number. There you go. It just popped up a little bit there. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Grizz, gree, juju. Juju. Hoo-hoo. Depending if it's Spanish or not. Hoo-hoo. Hooey, hooey. Who you? You had 3 robins in your garden today, says D. Wow. That, you know, when we see robins here, because robins are not here all winter, they go and they come back. So when we see robins, that's when we know spring has arrived. And so far, I don't see robins. What I see is pigeons, sparrows, magpies, and I saw a little finch. There's a couple of little finches that they stay all winter. There's such little birds there too, but they're pretty cool. I like those little finches. They're cool. The little ones. And you know what? That little finch grabbed a peanut. And the finch is so small, but it still grabbed a shelled peanut and flew away with it. It was, oh, look at, and there's those pigeons again there. Except you can't see them because they're on the side of my thing there a little bit. But you can see the pigeons are right outside my window there. And they're flopping around there. I think they're still trying to take a bath or do something there. Doing something. Let me see. Where's those birds? There he is, right there. And then there's my little bird bath down below here. My lighting is a little bit bad though. Hang on. Stretch that a little bit. Yeah, they're out there. There's that pigeon. There's 2 of them actually out there. You can only see one of them on my vertical here. But he's wanting to do something. He wants to take a bath, right? He's going down for the water, taking some drinks of water, but it's more than just a drink of water. It's doing something weird there. They're doing some ritual. Fighting ritual or something. I don't know what the hell's with those birds. Something going on there. $145 in the house, watching a pigeon. And actually, you can't see him, but there's actually... There's actually 2 pigeons there, and they're fighting. If you can see that. Those freaking... They're fighting over who's going to take a bath in my water. It's the only water in the whole city, right, I bet. Because I've got a water heater on that bowl. And it's a water bowl, and those birds are so desperate to take a bath because it's finally warming up a little bit here, and we're finally able to get some action happening there. But anyways, that's what's happening outside of my window, and that's what I'm looking at when I say I'm sitting here in the crystal gondola overlooking the elm-lined streets of Alberta. Those are actually elm-lined streets, and this is the big window that I'm watching those birds taking a bath out there. Okay. Enough with the bath action. Let's get back to the shoe. Actually, they might fight each other yet here. Yeah, they're going to fight. What the heck's with those birds? Why are they fighting? They should know better than that. But I guess it's like that with everyone, right? Everyone fights. The whole world fights with each other. All kind of animals fight with each other. They just No one can get along. It's like this internet here. People don't get along on the internet. That one is really aggressive. It's really trying to peck the other one there. Look at that. Going after him. Okay, which one's the female and which one's the male? You take a guess. The aggressive one, is that the male? Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, that's happening right now live outside my window. Hey, nothing but content here today. Holy. Talk about Telescope always says, Tommy Temper, you're nothing but non-tent over there. No, we have actual content here. We have bird fighting. We have cockfighting. It's Tommy Temper cockfighting. Coming to you live. Who's going to win? On the right or the left? I can't believe that they're still going at it for so long. Like, geez, these birds. Crazy. Hang on. This is the problem with this thing. I gotta zoom out or something here. Maybe do this. Here we go. There, you can see him a little better. They're not doing much there right now, but they went and got my window all wet. See that water on the window? They splashed a bunch of water on there. No, they quieted it down a little bit there now. But they're still sitting right on that bird bath there, and they're not letting any other birds have a drink of water. Oh, well. Okay, we're back. Enough of that bird bath, bird brain action there. Let's go back to the chat here. See what the chat has to say. I've got a black rooster for sale. Yeah. That's a good one. Cockfighter, yeah. It's a cockfight. Masad. Hey, how are you doing there, Masad? I've got Herman the Tosser in there. Sign of Zorro in there. Who else popped in there? Got D in there saying hi. Terrible multiple murder. Several babies in Ottawa. I heard about that. Yeah. It was children and I think adult. I didn't read or just saw the byline on that one. But yeah, that's sad that people are doing that, killing children and stuff like that. What's the matter with people? Why are they doing that? When children die, it's usually somebody is like unhappy with the relationship and doesn't want people to be alive, because they're unhappy with their situation. So they end up killing a bunch of people. It's sad that happens. I don't know what that's all about. Yeah, exactly, Dad says. So, what's new out there? What else can we get into? Ultimate Sleep in there. Just checked in, still vertical. See that when you stop acting childish, you aren't gaining more subs like this. Out, says Ultimate Sleep. Yeah, I am gaining subs, as a matter of fact. Ultimate Sleep. As a matter of fact, on my stream here today, so far, I got 10 subs. 10 subs so far on this stream. Ultimate Sleep. So, am I getting subs? Absolutely. How many subs do I get on a normal stream? Probably 0. On a normal stream, I don't get any subs normally. The only time that I really get subs is when I do a special event broadcast. Like, for example, if I do a broadcast on, I don't know, a submarine exploding underwater and people dying, right? When we do a special broadcast like that, then I get subs, right? Or if I do one on spy balloons or something, like a special event, I'll get literally hundreds of subs when I do special events. So it doesn't really matter to me, if I get subs on a normal stream. It doesn't matter. I would like to. Of course, it's a good thing, and you always want to, try and get some subs. But yeah, there's still, I think, a bit of a window on this vertical stream business, and on being able to get some subs and get some new people viewing and things like that. And that's the whole thing. As long as you get new people that have never seen you before to sub up to your channel and to check you out, not when you're vertical, but when you're horizontal, well, that's really all that you want. I understand. And you know what? Ultimate Sleep, I hate watching verticals. I hate going vertical. I hate everything there is about verticals. I don't like vertical at all. And I used to tell people that too, that, hey, if you're going to go stream, on YouTube go horizontal, not vertical. You know, but it's now gotten to be a bit of a thing. Quiet listener, God bless and good day to you, Tommy Temper. Quiet listener, good to see you. It's the quiet listener. Masad says, kiss me, I'm Irish. Hey, yeah, I can't wear a green garb on my screen here because it'll be looking visible. So, you know, you've got to wear green and green beer and the Irish and all the rest of that stuff coming up here right away. And I can't really wear green on my set here because otherwise my shirt would be invisible. It's like behind me. Actually, there's a chair right here behind me, but you don't see it because it's chroma keyed out of here. Dashin Grandma. National Guard is no protection. Your subway system. Oh, yeah, I heard about that in New York. It's getting so bad in New York where people are hanging out in those subway cars and riding them at all hours and whatever and just scumbagging the subways. So you got homeless people and all kind and immigrants and whatever. And it has gotten so bad that now the National Guard, has to protect the subway system? National Guard has to be riding the subway system to keep the undesirables out of there? Well, you know what? We have the same problem here in my city, my little city of Edmonton, Alberta. We're about 1 million people. We have a fairly decent subway system here. And exactly the same thing here, where all the undesirables end up sleeping in those subway corridors and riding on those subway trains and smoking meth and doing drugs and knifing people and killing people and all kind of stuff. It's like if somebody asks you for a cigarette on the subway, you better give them a cigarette, otherwise you're going to get knifed. That's what happened to one person here in the city a while back, and it's getting worse now. But yeah, the whole world is getting worse. It's getting to the point that you can't do anything without having a security guard to protect everyone that's doing the stuff. Like, look at how many stores, like even in my city here, I can't believe it. Even a store like Value Village, which is like a used store, all they sell is used crap, the junk that everyone donates to them, then they sell it. They have to have a security guard there so that people don't steal the used junk. That's how bad it's gotten. It's unbelievable out there. Wolves Den, hey, good to see you. The Wolves Den. Peachy King, hey, good to see you. Give me a kilt, I'm Scottish. Hey, Peachy, good on you there. Going live there and doing your live videos and stuff like that. Got your channel worked out there. Looking good. Good for you. New York getting what they voted for. Yeah, that's what the thing is, K9. They voted Democrat, and they've got Democrats running the state there. And you're right. They get what they voted for. That's what the bottom line is. You know, and it's not really a state thing either. And I watched these podcasts, and I'm really, pissed off at these left-wing podcasts and how idiotic that they are. Because I was watching this left-wing podcast, and they were spouting off that this immigration thing is Trump's fault. And I'm thinking, these left-wing podcasters are so brain dead that they can't even figure out what the hell is going on in the world. And they're blaming they say, well, Trump didn't build the wall. He said he was going to build the wall. He didn't finish building the wall. So therefore, because there's a bunch of illegal immigrants coming in, it's Trump's fault for not building that wall. And I'm thinking, these guys, these lefties are just lunatic fringe. That's like unbelievable, to say stuff like that. Like, it's just so clueless. And then you've got an audience, and the guy that was saying that had like an audience of about 1,000 people, right? So you got 1,000 lefties watching the left-wing guy, trying to make Trump look bad and trying to say that he's responsible for a bunch of crap, whatever. And you better not vote for Trump because he's the one that's bringing all the immigrants in, which is BS. Total BS. Oh no, he's gone into the water. The bird is actually laying in the water and it's flapping its wings and having a bath. And now it's sitting right in the water there right now. I think they must like that because it's got a heater in it, right? So the water's a little bit warm. But anyways, the bird is still in there. It's having a little bath. Aw, isn't that nice? Great. Can't see out my window now because it's all splashed up, though. That's the only bad thing about the bird bath outside the window. That telescope believed his distorted perceptions, leading to reckless actions that caused his downfall. The delusional mindset blinded him to reality, sealing his fate. Ah, that's funny. I like that. Good job, Nightbot. Yeah, New York should try arresting the criminals and keeping them in jail, yeah. Well, I would blame Biden for the problem because, you know, Trump said, don't come in. We're putting a wall up and don't come in. Biden gets in and it's like, come on in. Hey, we're an open borders country. And same thing with Trudeau. He's like, come on in. Everyone's welcome. Just don't come in a regular border. You want to illegally border cross if you really want into the country. You know, remember that part. Don't forget that. High-speed rail from LA to Vegas. Actually, they should have that. Lots of traffic going that way into Vegas. $61.40. Hey, we popped up a little bit there. Thanks a lot for subbing up. If you're just sitting there watching, 20% of you are not subbed. So take this time to make that counter go up one notch there. You'll watch it happen in real time. We're doing a little subathon here, so appreciate your joining us here today. And a little chat here with anyone that types in the chat there. Say hi in the chat. Nuke in there. Hey, Nuke, good to see you. And Colette Cat is in there. Good supporter of the channel. Colette Cat, good to see you. Thanks a lot for popping in to say hi. Camera Worms, can you pull up a clip where Biden says that? I cannot pull up a clip where he says that. But I do know one thing. And that is when you listen to the people that are coming across the border and what they have to say, they're all like so positive that they're, you know, being invited in to the U.S. and that they should come in over the border like that. You know, like they're very, very knowledgeable that the government, you know, like I wouldn't say, did Biden say it with his own words? You know, like, what, do I need to Google and do the research for you? Like, it is pretty well known that the Biden administration is pro having people come in illegally over the borders. And that's why there's a big influx of border crossers, right? It has to do with the politics because the border crossers were not happening when Trump was in power, right? Smiley. Who's that? Smiley. Thanks a lot. Or Cupcake. Thanks a lot for subbing. Appreciate that. But yeah, what was it? I don't know what the numbers were. I heard the numbers there, but it's just literally thousands and thousands of people coming over the borders there now. So, you know, like I'm not going to dig up the actual information as to how the Democrat government put the word out to, illegals that you should come on over the border. Like, I don't know the exact wording, but you guys know that happened. Like, I don't know if you're trying to say that it did not happen or what the exact words are. I don't get right down to the, trying to vet something out 100%. But we all know what's going on. We don't have to hear the actual words or see the words. But I suppose with a little bit of Googling, I could probably find the information that you're looking for. Do a search for something like, who invited immigrants, you know, something like that. Do some searches like that, and you'll probably come up with something. At least 10 million under Biden. Yeah. Saw a clip last night saying he wanted them to swarm the border. Wow. Well, what it is, it's not so much. Well, I don't know if it's a combination of them just saying, we feel sorry for people, and if you're hard done by, come on over. Or if it's just where they don't, what's happening here, and really the way it's happening is there are laws on the books, but the laws that are on the books are not being enforced by the federal government, right? Does that make sense? So it's not like, did somebody say, come on in, you know, the borders are open, come on in. You know, it's not like, who can we pinpoint that actually said that? That's not what really has to happen. But what has to happen is that the laws don't become enforced at the border, right? And that the word of that happening goes out to the masses, to the cartels, and to everybody else that's involved with you know, bringing illegals in. So if those people all know that the laws, the border laws, are not being enforced, and that it's okay for you to come in, and you'll be able to get into the country if you come in illegally, then people are going to do that, and that's exactly what they're doing. You know, and it's not rocket science to figure out what's happening. And you know, did somebody say something? They don't have to say something. It's their actions or their inactions that are actually causing the problem. The inaction where we have people crossing the border and nothing happening to them. Nobody over there saying, hey, you know what? You shouldn't be coming in here. It's like somebody leaving the door open to your house, and then when somebody does come in, just say, well, yeah, we know that you're here and you shouldn't be here, but come on in anyways. And by the way, here's a free pass. Come and see us in a couple of years there when we can see you in court or whatever. Process your application. Myriad of things. Why the Dems want millions of illegals here. Yeah, exactly. Well, it's your basic, you feel sorry. It's a sorriness, right? You feel sorry for other people. So because you feel sorry for them, you'll let them invite them in and let them get away with murder is what ends up happening. And really, some people that have been invited in and have come in illegally have already ended up killing people or, you know, doing a lot of harm to a lot of people, both in the States and in Canada, right? That those things have happened where people have come in and then have done some nefarious things to the citizens. So we don't want that to happen. We need to go a little bit further than that, a little bit better than that. Dash and Grandma says, Biden, in his first day in the office, rescinded all of Trump's border policies. That's right. Yeah, and he also shut down that pipeline that was proposed to be built. He was like against oil and, you know, against the border policies of Trump, all kind of things like that. Like, everyone knows what happened. There's no need to ask who said what. It's not a matter of who said what. It's a matter of what things were done or not done that influence what's happening here now. Has any of that happened under Harper's government or just Trudeau? I don't know. Going back so many years now. But we do know one thing, and that is that a lot of people in Canada do not like Trudeau and do not want Trudeau to be prime minister and are sick and tired of the bad policies that he's come up with, including his latest hate speech policy, which is a piece of crap. Although it might help me. It might help me, because if people are saying hateful things about me, hey, maybe Trudeau's hate speech thing will help me. I don't know. We'll see. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't need trouble. I just need a good life. Have fun. Fun is where it's at. Yeah, Peter. Probably. 7,000 people lost their job when he stopped a pipeline. That's exactly true. Could be energy independent. Fact. Yeah. Yeah, well, when you stop stuff like that, it takes a long time for it to start back up again. Or it may not ever start back up again. It's maybe like gone forever. You know, but the world will still need oil. You know, don't you ever think that we're not going to need oil. So to stop producing oil is just plain crazy. There's so many things that all the plastics in the world need oil. You know, everything is made out of plastic these days. Hundreds of thousands lost their jobs due to Biden's treasonous policies. Yeah. Biden. Where's Biden?
Who's your daddy?
Definitely not Biden. That's for sure. Hang on. We need my start of my show here. Where is he? Where's my main man?
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Oh yeah. Okay. Starting the news broadcast
fake
off here.
News. You are fake news. It's all fake news.
It's fake
news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen. It's all fake news.
It is. It's fake news. Except when you're over here on the Tommy Temper Show. We'll serve you up the not so much fake news over here. Okay? It's fake news over on CNN and MSNBC and the rest of those crap stations over there. You can't trust anything that those guys say. But over here, we can talk about both sides of the situation, and then you can make an intelligent you know, thought process. Use your own thought press to find out what's right and what's wrong. In other words, don't believe me, but you know, at least I'm not going to try and coerce you into something that's untrue. You know, we'll tell you what it's all about and talk about it, and then you can make up your own mind as to whether or not it's good or bad. Okay, how about that?
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Wow. Oh, what happened?
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
Oh, my.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin.
Hang on. Weren't we talking about Biden?
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Okay, that's our friend Biden. He's a good guy.
Once again, Tommy Temper wins, and the trolls lose big time.
That's right. Trolls. Where are the trolls? We're not getting trolled here today at all. Notice that? Who had to get a timeout? In fact, where's Ron Volts? I don't even see him in here today. Speaking of trolls. Well, he's not a troll, but he gets trolled once in a while. Oh, hang on. I got a call. Wow. How about that? That was a phone call from a good friend of mine from Vancouver Island in British Columbia who moved there and told me that he just got a job and he's happier than heck. And he wanted to thank me for everything that I did for him while he lived in Edmonton here. So that was kind of a really interesting phone call. Kind of good to hear from people that you haven't heard from in a little while, and we wonder what the heck happened to them and what they're up to. So that he actually took the time out of his day to phone me to tell me that he's doing well and that he appreciated everything that I did for him while he was living in Edmonton here. So I appreciate that. That was kind of nice. That was a call from one of my good friends.
Most of which was already spent on extremely dangerous drugs.
Uh-oh.
The trunk.
We'll go to the next song. Daisy. How are you today, Daisy? Y'all hope, yeah, we're smiling today. I'm smiling. I hope you are. Hope everyone is doing well. 172 in the chat. Got some good numbers in here today. Hey, 20% of you are not subbed up. Take this time to make this number go up one notch there. See if you can make that go up one by hitting that sub button. That's all we need is one more sub. We started out at 6128 here today. This was our starting number. So we're up a little bit on the subs here today. I'm not really saying sub. I'm not sitting here doing that. But you know, if you're just watching and you don't know anything about the channel, take this time to sub up. I won't be doing too many more of these vertical videos. This is probably amongst the last vertical video that I'll be doing. Unless maybe it's something where I need to go vertical out in the bike or car or something like that. But otherwise, the next time I go live, it will probably be horizontal. And then we'll be doing some restreaming of some of the other people out there. Lots of stuff going on with Ant. How about Ant in that? Oh yeah, Ant got arrested again. Or no, I shouldn't say arrested. He got taken down. Was the last thing that happened. He was out cleaning his truck out, doing some cleaning and whatever in front of that blue building, the Scientology, Ant, you know. And then he got, I guess, swatted because somebody put a complaint in or something, and then the cops took him down, told him get down on the ground, whatever. I don't know if they handcuffed him or not, but anyways, they took him down, whatever, there, and try to whatever find out if he had maybe a weapon or something. I don't know what it was, and then they let him go. So it was like some kind of a SWAT thing. So that's the whole problem with Ant and those guys. It was when they hang around there and protest those things. What they do is people will phone in like a fake gun complaint or something like that, and then the cops arrive, and then they end up swatting. Well, I don't know if you could call it a SWAT. It's not a real SWAT, but anyways, they take him down. Yeah, they pull their guns out, they point their guns at him, and they take him down, make him get down on the ground and whatever, and search his vehicle, looking for something that some anonymous caller called into the police. So he's kind of getting hit hard there by the anonymous phone calls and stuff like that are going on there. Been kind of watching a bit of that going on. Let's see what else has been happening there. I saw Anarchy Princess. She was live there today. She's like a broken record, which is Chud's this, a Chud said this, a Chud said that, and a couple of vape draws and whatever, like just not much of anything. I don't know where she's going. It just seems like nonsensical. Obviously she thinks she has a gig or whatever, and I guess instead of looking after her kids and whatever, having a family and a real life, for her to just sit outside of DC and rag on people like that to get a few donations is like a pretty pitiful life. It's pitiful, AP. Like really, honestly, if you want to go on the internet, hell, why bother taking time out of your day to take a bus to DC or something like that and fart around there? Why not just sit around in your apartment and talk to your chat? You know what I mean? Like you're almost like wasting your time going out somewhere so that you can sit somewhere close to where somewhere else is, but you don't see anything. All you do is you see the ground, you see your feet, or see you vaping or something, and that's it. Talking about some chud. Like I don't understand it, and people love that. I don't know. I don't get it. It's craziness. Doing good, Daisy. Good to hear that. There's Daisy's link. Sub up to Daisy there if you have a chance to. And check out her channel. She's got a pretty good channel there. She likes talking to her chat, doing a little desktop Andy. We call that desktop Andy, where you just sit like I am, talking to the chat, right? And nothing going on around you. Desktop Andy is what you are there, Daisy. She always says that she has a stalker. Oh, that AP. Yeah, no doubt. Worried about the stalker. The Pelican. Call That Cat says, I'll take a nap so I can stay up late with you tonight when you go live. Yeah. Now, I haven't been going live lately. I don't know. I've sort of reached a plateau with where I am, with what I'm doing. And I need to go to the next level. This is what the problem is, okay? I'll tell you this right now. Like, all I need, like, I was thinking, this is the way for me to do it, okay? Would be for me to have somebody else help me build the program. In other words, build the content of the show. I.e., a lot of the stuff that I do is on X. So if I had a bunch of stuff prepared ahead of time to go over that's already on X, then I could go over those particular items, you know. But it's just I don't have the wherewithal to go out and research content that I'm going to talk about during a show, right? And I'm not at that point here to where I'm, I can say, okay, I've got a monetary interest in this show to the point that I can hire somebody to help me to write, maybe not write, but to scour the internet for stories and stuff like that I can bring up so that I could do more of a show like, you see these podcasters where they start their show, they talk about A, B, C, D, whatever, and they do their show for 1 or 2 hours and that's it, And they're very successful. They have, 1,000 people watching, a good base of subscribers, people that dono to them, and it's a happy place, But I'm not really at that point here. I'm at that point of just building the channel with subs and having people arrive and to have people watch. So I'm at that point where I've got the audience, right? So now that I have the audience, now I have to start producing the content. And I haven't done that yet. And that's where, you can be real lazy at this stuff and not do anything, which is how I am right now, right? I'm not doing anything. But on the other hand, if you said to me, hey, Tommy, and somebody just said there was a bunch of people got killed in Toronto or whatever. Okay, then I could go over and dig up some info and talk to you about that, about the event in Toronto or stuff like that. But even there, to present it on this vertical format is ridiculous because almost everything out there is in a 16:9 horizontal format. And to try and go over onto Twitter and then to bring that up here and to do a show in the vertical format is ridiculous. So I'm not going to even do that. But anyways, I just want to talk about what kind of thoughts that I have on what I want to do for the future. And then the other thing is to do some panels and stuff like that. Mostly in the evening, the panels would be good. Let me just see what that message is there. Hang on. Stand by. Let me look at that. Oh, Ron has to go out and buy a new laptop. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, he has to get it all set up. Okay, I see that. So Ron had to go out and buy a new laptop. Uh-oh. Okay, well, if he gets a new laptop, then he'll be back in business again, and we'll be able to see him. So I guess we'll find out what happens to Ron in a little while. We'll go for that. when he gets back with his laptop. 21 SC. Hey, how you doing? 10-4 there, good buddy. Wendy, her stalker is probably someone she serviced wanting a refund. Oh, Wendy. That's funny. Daisy's a girl. I know. Maybe Sandy Foster is stalking AP. That's funny. Stalker. Pity grift. Oh yeah, okay. Some of you want to know about that post that I made on my community page. I made a post. Let me go over there and look at it just so I can read it to you. Just so we can go over it. Your channel. Community. This is the post that I made, okay? And I'm not going to get particular about who I'm talking about, but you can guess. But this is my post. I said, Google this, okay? Google this. Criminal stalking, criminal harassment, and defamation of character. Consider this as an official cease and desist order. All video and audio is being recorded and will be forwarded to RCMP to be used against you, okay? So what I'm getting at here is that some people don't even have a clue what stalking is criminal stalking, okay? But if you're stalking somebody, that means that you're going about and following them, and it doesn't matter whether you're physically following them around town or whether you're electronically following them around the internet into different channels, and you're stalking them, okay? Because if you're doing that, that's stalking. It can be you're following me over to some guy's channel, following me here, following me there, following me all over the place. You're watching everything I'm doing, watching everything I'm saying. Then you're taking the stuff that I'm doing and saying, and then you're twisting it around. You're adding in some crap that you made up, and you're saying some libelous things or slanderous things or whatever. Libelous more. And it's not good. You know, and all I'm saying is just that if you are doing that to me, stop it. There's a official cease and desist, and just stop it. I don't mind you making fun of me or whatever, or saying something in fun or whatever, or ha-ha or whatever. But if you're just turning on your stream and you are talking and making up stuff and saying and stalking me and harassing me and just being an a-hole towards me, it will come back and bite you. Okay, because now there are people out there, not necessarily me, but there are people that like me and know me and want to look out for me, and that are in fact recording incidents of people talking about me and defaming me. Okay, so those things are being recorded and those things are being sent to me. And if it doesn't cease, and if you keep on doing what you're doing, well, then there will be repercussions. It's pretty simple. You know, like how long are you going to let somebody poke at you until you fight back? Now, I'm not going to fight back to you by sitting here and making up. I'm not going to put it this way. I'm not going to make up like I could do this, for example. I could say, oh, okay. I got a quick phone call here. Stand by. Okay, sorry about that. I had a phone call came in there, so I had to take a phone call. I didn't want to be mouthing on the camera here, so we did that. Hope you're doing okay, everyone. Actually, just hang on a second. 143 in the house. Hey, big ups to everyone. Say hi to everyone. Anyone new in there, say hi. And I'll be back in a half a second. Chat is going hard. Thanks a lot for chatting, everyone. Door knocker in there. Daisy's in there. Annette Park. Peter Burns holding up the chat. Masad. CC Reagan. Chips Mama in there. Angie, good to see you. What's happening? I'm not too good. You're going to come. What's happening there tonight? You got some stuff happening there. Come laugh at Brandon with us tonight. Oh, okay. Brandon. Looking good. Okay, I'll be right back in a second here, though. Hang on. Okay, we came back. We came back and we're glad we did. Let's see what's happening in the real world. Chock full of disinformation tonight. SOTU. Chock full of disinformation. Dasha Mama. Been a busy day. Mama dog had to be at a vet. Uh-oh. Got some vet action happening there, do you? Okay. Let's get this microphone set up here a little bit so that you can actually hear me. And, yeah, we'll see what else everyone else is doing there. Great stream here today. Thanks a lot, everyone, for tuning in. What can we look up here today? I know that we did have some action happening. Let's see. restaurant chain in Edmonton. What's this? There's a restaurant chain now that has started charging a carbon fee to their customers. So this is the latest thing, right? Because the government is charging a carbon tax to whatever on goods and services and all kind of crap like that. Now, restaurants, and this is one restaurant, I guess, says Goodfellas restaurant, I guess is what it is. What we eat fuels climate change, adding 2% to every restaurant bill to invest in carbon capture will help offset our carbon footprint. So, yeah, I don't know if it's at the Goodfellas restaurant. Is that what it is? I don't know if that's a restaurant chain or whatever. But expect to pay 2% more added on to your bill as a carbon fee, is what they're calling it. And I know I've seen that too. And I've even seen one bill where it had a sugar fee on it because the products contained a lot of sugar that they were selling. But to put a carbon tax onto a bill, and the restaurant is going to collect 2% off of the bill and whatever, try and I don't know what they're going to do with that money. I don't even think they say here carbon capture. They're going to invest in carbon capture. What exactly does that mean? What's carbon capture? Are they going to plant a few trees? That would be carbon capture. Or are they going to, build some machines or something that are going to capture the carbon and then pump it underground or something? Maybe that's what's going to happen. I don't know what the deal is. 6142, 136 in the house. Hey, thanks a lot for popping in. Let's see if we can pop this up in number here. There's got to be one of you 136 in the house here that is not subbed up to my channel. So take this opportunity to sub up to the Tommy Temper Show. Look at, I'm wearing bling and stuff like that. My hat says Tommy Temper. This is a real show. I'm not just one of those guys that just started a YouTube yesterday and is going like, yeah, I'm here for the long term. Dono to my channel because, yeah, I've got really nothing to say, but yeah, don't know. Hey, I don't have much to say, especially here today. I got very little to say. Yeah, but anyways, the restaurant chain is starting the carbon fee, so that's a bad thing. Not great. Let's see. What's this? A Muslim figure says, I don't know if I can get this on the screen here. Hang on. Let me just desktop capture this here a little bit better so I can actually show you this. So you go, you're lying, Tommy Temper. And I go, no, I'm not. Okay. This is it here. But hang on. Let me fix the screen capture. Oh, hang on. Because I'm usually pretty good at this stuff here. I just have to get it the right size here for the vertical format here. Oh no! So this is like it's a meme on X, but still, it's a thing here that says Muslim people, this woman in particular, is saying they want to leave the U.S. And I'm going, what? What the heck's that all about there? Thanks a lot for subbing, Madam 36, and everyone else that's subbing up there. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Big ups to you. This one says, Muslim figure, we must have pork-free menus or we will leave the U.S. How would you respond to this? So, like, you knew that was coming because we know that Muslim people don't like pork, you know. But what's this? We must have pork-free menus. Like, why? What's that all about? Like, is there not, like, when you walk into a restaurant, you can order something that doesn't contain pork or something that does contain pork? I don't understand why this is even a debate. You know, menu, pork chops, pork tenderloin, pork fried rice, bacon, and more bacon, you know. Well, yeah, we understand that they don't like eating pigs, bacon, that kind of stuff. So, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know that, you know, you can make it any better than it already is, because people can actually eat what they want. You can order what you want. If you want a hamburger, order a hamburger. If you don't want, don't order it. If you want halal food, there are lots of places around, at least here where I am. There's restaurants all over the place that have the halal symbol and say we serve halal meat and stuff like that. So I'm sure there are lots of places where people can eat pork free. I don't know. I don't quite understand what the issue is with that one. But anyways, I'm just going over what I'm finding out here on the news here today. So that's one thing. Let's see what else there is there. In Canada, a lot of Canadians, nano poll, are not even considering voting for the Liberals. That's the latest one out. So that's interesting. Let's see. These girls got a ton of hate after going viral. I wonder what happened with them here. Hang on. Let's find out. I want to find out what they're doing here. Okay. So these girls got a ton of hate after going viral. Let's see. Oh, okay. I don't want a strike. I don't know what happened with them, but something happened with these girls, and they're getting a lot of hate. And I don't even know who they are or whatever, but they're obviously some kind of musicians or something. So I guess we'll find out. But maybe it's their music or something. Maybe they had something in their music that the audience didn't like. I hate to do a story like that where it's like half the story and then you don't know the rest of the story. What's the rest of that story? Bacon, yeah. Let's get back to the bacon. Yeah, I like bacon. But there is kind of a smell that I don't like. And it's a kind of a smell that it was a smell that my aunt, that he used to live with us when I was little, that she used to cook stuff and it would be like a lard kind of a smell. And it would be just kind of a sickening lard smell. And I still, I can smell it to this day. You know, if you can smell a kind of a, I don't know, frying lard kind of a smell. But she used to like cooking lots of stuff, like frying it in the frying pan, whatever. Fried green mater's best. How about fried green tomatoes? I've never ever had fried green tomatoes. What the hell is that? Who eats that? You know, and what does it taste like? What does a fried green tomato taste like? Okay, anybody ever had that? What does it taste like? And the other thing is, there's also some other kind of fried banana or something that they eat, not around these parts, but I don't know where they eat fried banana, but I've heard of that. What does a fried banana taste like? Does it taste like a fried banana? Like, does it taste like a banana? Or is it some other kind of a different banana where it's like a plantation banana or something? I know there's other things that aren't like a real banana like we know, but they're like some other thing, you know. So maybe it's a plantation banana or something. I know nothing about that. But the next time I, travel down to Mexico or wherever they have that stuff, I'll check in on that. Oh, geez, I'm watching Dr. Pol. I hate that. My wife puts on Dr. Pol on the TV, and the guy has always got his arm shoved all the way up that arsehole, or wherever he's shoving his arm. But he's got his whole arm up there. I just glanced over there, and his whole arm was up the back end of a horse there. And my wife, she's like, oh yeah, let's watch Dr. Pol. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to be watching that all day. No, thank you. And that's what's on here in the background on the big screen. Somebody put that on, not me. I'd rather watch Ancient Aliens or something than Dr. Pol with his arm. Like, I understand that that he has a particular place in this world, There are people that need to do that. Those animals need, what do you call it? Animal husbandry? Veterinary science? Oh yeah. There's my wife in the background yelling at me something. She knows all about that stuff. I think she wanted to be a veterinarian. That's why she likes that stuff. Or a veterinarian's assistant. likes that. Hog fat, Tommy. Yeah, hog fat. That's true lard. Yeah, that's what it was. And it kind of smelled kind of obnoxious, you know. But it different than, you see, but if you take it and then you smoke the bacon and then you cook the smoked bacon, that's like it's a different smell, because then you get the smoke smell in with it, you know, and it's not just the pure lard, whatever, frying smell. Fried cabbage. That would be another thing that she would make too. Yeah, cabbage. And my mother used to make cabbage where she would, sauerkraut. She made sauerkraut, right? She had one of those big, what do you call it? The crock. She had a crock with a lid on it. And she'd do the cabbage and then make the sauerkraut in there. And we ate that sauerkraut. Yeah, and it was good. It tasted just like sauerkraut. She made that stuff. My mother used to make lots of interesting foods. I remember she used to make root beer too. And we had these brown beer bottles, and you know, they had the caps and the little copping machine. And my mother would make root beer and bottle it. And then us kids would drink that root beer from those beer bottles. That was funny. But it was kind of an interesting tasting root beer, because it wasn't like A&W root beer. It was a little bit different. It had that root beer flavor, the taste, but it was it was on its own, you know. It was its own thing. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It's all good stuff. But to have homemade root beer, yeah, it's like having some moonshine, you know what I mean? And people make different kinds of moonshine and stuff like that. And none of the two are the same, you know? It's like that kind of a thing. Green tomatoes don't taste like beef. No, what do they taste like? Pickled pecker. Yeah, exactly. Pickled pecker. Oh, what else was I messing with here? I was messing with one of these things here. Hang on. Okay, hang on a second here. Let me find Biden here. See if we can bring Biden up here first. Okay, here we go with Biden. Turn that music off. And here's some quips from Biden, okay? These could be anything. These might be vulgar, so you might hear some swear words or something here. Who knows what the heck
all
we're going to
men
hear.
and women created by you know the thing.
Okay. So that's basically what we're going to be listening to, okay? So let's hear some quips from Biden.
You want to tell Joe Biden right now? What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner. Hey, yo.
Joe Biden, wake up. Joe Biden, wake up. 9/11.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put Xi Jinping. Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, okay. Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Okay, these are going to be good, okay? Stick with me on this. These get better. Well, they either get better or they get worse.
Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
No. We heard that one already.
Joe Biden.
Okay.
Hello. Flibbity jibbity nonsense.
Okay. Hey, Joe. Joe, what do you mean, flibbity blibbity? Did you say flibbity blibbity? What did you say? What is that you said?
Flibbity jibbity nonsense.
Flibbity jibbity nonsense. Okay. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of that.
I want to say hello. I like to walk out on my road to go in. What? Come on. I like to walk out on my road to go in. You think I'm joking? I'm not. You know what I mean? I like to walk
oh, yeah. That's the Joe Biden remix. You're hearing it first. Oh, hang on. I don't know if my sound is a little overbearing here. I think I'll put that down there. Just so that we can, what about that three-letter word there, Joe?
It happens to be, as Barack says, a three-letter word, jobs. Jobs. Jobs.
And over the past 18 months,
I've watched Barack meet those challenges with judgment, intelligence, and steel in his spine.
What? What, did he get shot or what?
And over the past 18 months...
Hang on, we already heard you there, Joe.
And the irony is Rudy Giuliani, probably the most underqualified man since George Bush to seek the presidency, is here talking about any of the people here. Rudy Giuliani. I mean, think about it. Rudy Giuliani, there's only three things he mentioned in a sentence, a noun and a verb and 9/11. I mean, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. And I mean it sincerely.
Ooh, look at that. That was Biden taking a hit at ex-mayor of New York, buddy of Trump's. Well, that's why he was taking a hit at him, right?
Better than anybody else. And you don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border state. My state is the 8th largest black population in the country. My state is anything from a northeast liberal state.
Ooh. So you mean you're like a liberal turned Democrat then?
Better than anybody else. And you don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border.
I mean, or not liberal. I don't think that Biden was ever a Republican, you know, even though he's saying, what is it? He's from a Republican type state with a lot of Republicans there.
Clap for that, you stupid bastard. Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Would you call me?
Clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Wow, that's not nice to talk like that.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Corn Pop. Who the hell is this Corn Pop? I've heard Biden talk about Corn Pop too. Who's Corn Pop?
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
You're a damn liar, man. You're a damn liar, man.
Different audio levels on this crap.
You're full of shit.
Get your words straight, Jack. Get your words straight, Jack.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect.
I got hairy legs.
Okay. Biden, like, come on. What man says, I've got hairy legs?
I got hairy legs.
You know, like, when do I, you know, like, he's given some kind of a speech, and he says, I've got hairy legs. Like, you guys have heard the rest of this hairy leg thing, which is, it gets really bad. It ends up with, talks about kids sitting in his lap, you know, but it starts off with the hairy leg thing. But who in their right mind, you know, is in front of a bunch of people and is giving some kind of a speech and starts off with,
I got hairy legs. I got hairy legs. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down.
yeah, you know, and that kind of talk.
And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down.
You know, like, come on.
I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Yeah, like, look at.
I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
And does Biden use common sense at all before he starts speaking? Because listen to this one. This is a typical quip that I just can't figure this one out. Corn Pepper Sutton.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Poor kids are just as talented as white kids? What the hell is that? What, you know, like, who's he trying to divide and conquer with these comments? Like, this is craziness.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Prescription jugs.
This is for women.
Prescription jugs.
Yeah, is that what you get when you want a breast enlargement?
Prescription jugs. Prescription jugs.
I got to the Senate 180 years ago.
Oh, now with the advent of, you know, you've got the fake AI now, right? Because there is AI, because I think a lot of these things are actual sound clips of things that he actually said. This isn't like an artificial intelligence clip, you know what I mean? We didn't make up this stuff. This is actually crap that Biden actually said, you know? Although if there is a bit in here that is AI, well, don't blame me. There could be some AI in here, but I know that a lot of the stuff that I'm playing I've heard before, so this isn't AI stuff.
I got to the Senate 180 years ago.
Yeah, I know. We believe you.
We choose truth over facts.
Truth over facts. Yeah, well, I don't know if I believe you on that one. Yeah, I think I'd have to look at the facts first before I believe the truth.
You ain't black.
I know I'm not black. You don't have to tell me that.
You ain't black. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
That's a real one. I've heard that one before. I used to play that one all the time. That's a good one.
All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness. Judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Hey, hit that sub button if you're sitting there just watching. We want to see that sub and a thumbs up. We need a thumbs up because more people will watch if we give them more thumbs ups.
Come on, man.
Come on.
My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you like what you see, help out. If not, vote for the other guy. Give me a look, though, okay?
Secondly, we're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Hang on. That one I like. That one has got to be one of the best. Listen to that one again, okay? Listen to this. This is one of the best.
Secondly, we're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Biden, come on, Biden, come on. You need a little Tommy Temper coaching there. You know, okay, let me ask you this. Who would be a better president of the United States of America? Joe Biden or Tommy Temper? Like, come on. Even Sandy Foster, right? Even Canada, Sandy Foster, Trudeau or Tommy Temper, come on. Like, I think I have a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of common sense. Okay, you may not agree with everything that I have to say. You be you, I'll be me, but don't try and coerce my kids into bullshit. You know, other than that, hey, I don't care. Life is pretty good. But yeah, Biden, holy jeez.
Sure.
Graduated last in your class, not first in your class.
I want to make sure.
Mr. President, can you let him finish, sir?
No, he doesn't know how to do that. I don't doubt that President Trump has a high IQ, that he's bright, that he's well educated.
There you go. Even Biden admits that.
Go crazy. Go stupid. Go crazy. Go stupid. Go crazy. Yeah. Go stupid. Go crazy.
Okay. I know we're talking about Biden, so I know that kind of fits in with the topic.
I gave the final approval to go get him. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down, so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
You know, like, even if that happened, which it sounds kind of weird, despicable, perverted, like, don't you even have a brain that you would know that as an adult that you don't, you know, talk about stuff like that it just doesn't sound all that good? You know, like, I wouldn't even talk about stuff like that, and I'm sitting here, and I'm not the president of the United States or in the Senate or any kind of a public figure like that. Well, only public to 164 people.
As they say in my business, I'm going to I'm going to give you the whole load today.
I bet you are. We'll be watching for that.
I'm not saying others don't, but we should debate our plans.
As they say in my business, I'm gonna give you the whole load today.
I'm not saying others don't, but we should debate our plans.
Yes. Failing to plan is planning to fail, right?
I've been on the ground in Georgia, Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and I can tell you in no uncertain terms, this administration's policy has been an abysmal failure.
Well, I don't know whether he's talking about his own government there or what the heck is the deal there, but most likely he is, because he doesn't know what he's talking about half the time.
I've been on the ground in Georgia, Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and I can tell you in no uncertain terms, this administration's policy has been an abysmal failure.
As I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
You know, like that's a good example right there.
We will forgive $10,000 in outstanding federal student loans.
Oh, that's where he's forgiving $10,000 in student loan. That some of this stuff is, like vote grabbing, right? In other words, forgive those student loans so that you get those student votes, right? Or invite immigrants in to get the immigrant votes, right? That's what politicians do. You know, don't you think they don't think that, and that they don't actually do that? That's what they're doing. And remember that anyone that comes into a country during a certain president's or prime minister's reign will, in fact, probably vote for that person for life, because that's who let them into the country, right? So, yeah, you'd actually be, as a politician, in your best interest to allow as many people into the country as possible, because those are all voters for you, right? So that's the real reason, the number one reason that politicians go big, go hard on making sure that there are a lot of immigrants that come into the country. Hey, thanks a lot for the sub. Appreciate that. Big ups. I can't read your name, but I'd say Assalamu alaikum. Okay, how about that? Assalamu
alaikum. Alaikum assalam. Salam alaikum.
There you go. Thanks a lot for joining the stream today.
I've been dumb.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is no ordinary time. This is no ordinary election. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no ordinary time. This is no ordinary election.
Look, Fat, look, here's the deal.
My mother believed and my father believed that if I wanted to be president of the United States, I could be vice president. My mother and father believed. Our greatest presidents, from Abraham Lincoln to Franklin Roosevelt to John Kennedy, they all challenged us to embrace change. Now it is our responsibility to meet that challenge.
Oh, yeah. Or Khada Hafez, or whatever. I don't know where you're from. I don't read the language, but from somewhere there, but welcome. Nice to see you.
Our greatest presidents, from Abraham Lincoln to Franklin Roosevelt to John.
Hang on. Let's see.
Since I've never been called a man of few words, let me say it as simply as I can. Yes, I accept your nomination to run and serve with Barack Obama, the next president of the United States of America.
For a safe and secure.
Speak softly and carry a big stick. End of quote. I promise you, the president has a big stick.
Ooh, that is that's something that is more akin for. I would think of Trudeau when I think of the prime minister carrying a big stick. That I would think of Trudeau, like he's the man, he's the guy that is absolutely taken after his old man, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, who is like just watch me, type of attitude, like a really tough guy attitude that you don't tell him what to do, or you don't even try and talk to him. You don't try and and get him to do anything. He's going to do what he wants. He's going to call you a bunch of names, and then he's going to sick the horses on you. That's what these guys do. And you don't tell them anything. You don't even have a meeting with them to even talk with them, because they're just playing better than you. And you're just a...
Stylistically and substantively, there is no daylight between George Bush and John McCain. They are joined at the hip.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Daisy. Theme song.
You're lying here next to me.
I don't know why I thought that. But that's going to stick there, Daisy. That's your theme song. Okay, what do we got? New stuff here? What? Yeah, okay. We can move on to Trump. Hang on. Let's get some soundboard sounds from Trump. That was Joe Biden. That was the Joe Biden special here this afternoon. You got to hear some quips from Biden. So let's hear what we can hear from Donald Trump. Hang on. May as well go on both sides here. And remember, these may not be great. Who knows? But the Trump soundboard. Let's hear what Trump has to say here today. This should be good. Okay. Hey, Trump. You're pretty smart, aren't you?
I'm smart.
Yeah. Okay. But what's so bad?
Do you know how bad it is for me to say that?
Say what? Bullshit?
Bullshit.
I know. But what are you?
But actually I am. But we don't know. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I think he's disgraced himself, to be honest
Donald
with you.
Trump. Donald Trump. Don't be rude.
But I don't want to sit here and tell you every single thing I want to do.
Hey, is it fantastic?
Fantastic.
Okay. What about your language?
Filthy language.
Uh-oh. Are you friendly?
I just want it to be a friendly situation if possible. I don't know that that's possible.
Hey, I'm your best friend, Donald. You know that, right?
We used to be friends. I guess we're not friends anymore. I don't think so.
Oh, man. I thought you were my friend.
We used to be friends.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What's up?
He is a sick puppy.
Who? You mean Biden?
He laughs.
Yeah, I know.
That's strange.
How are you?
I don't believe I've ever met him. I'm pretty sure I didn't meet him, and I just don't know anything about him.
Hey, well, what about me? Do you care about me?
I don't care.
Well, do you give a damn about me?
I don't give a damn.
Oh, man, you just don't care.
I don't give out my number to anybody.
What's your number, by the way? I was kind of wondering.
I don't hold grudges against anybody.
Me neither. Really, honestly, I don't. I don't hold grudges against anybody. Other people, they will hold grudges against you forever. Like my mother was like that. My mother would hold a grudge, and to the day she died, she would talk about something that happened like 50 years ago, and hold grudges against people. But, I learned from her not to do that, right? And she also liked to yell a lot. I learned not to yell. Don't yell at people. Don't make people mad. Don't piss people off, Or I learned, this is what I learned. I learned to piss people off by not yelling at them and not getting upset, right? And if you notice, that's what I do. I don't have to sit here and yell and be upset and rag at people on and on and on and on. I don't do that. I just make an odd little quip here, a little post there, a little thing here, a little thing there, and it achieves even better results than getting upset and going berserk. Thanks a lot.
Well, I don't know. I mean, time will tell.
I know. But things are going to get better, aren't they?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah. Well, what do you want to tell me?
I don't want to tell you. You know why? Because we want to be unpredictable. We need unpredictability in this country.
I fully understand.
I got to get rid of them. I got to win against them.
I have really nothing better to do. I never heard that one before. I say it all the time. I think I am a nice person.
Yeah, you're a pretty nice person. I like you.
I wasn't sure if I was going to like it.
I will be the greatest president that God ever created.
Hang on. I like that last one there. Do you like me?
I wasn't sure if I was going to like it.
Uh-huh.
I know that.
I will tell you, this is going to be something special.
Hang on. But what about the next election? Do you think you're going to win the next election? That's my only question for you here today.
I will win.
Okay.
I can say this. I will win.
I won't be doing that. I would say he's incompetent, but I don't want to do that because that's not nice. I'd love that. I'd love that.
Yeah, you know, if you believe that, that's fine. I don't care. It's an old subject.
Okay, but are you a nice guy?
I'm a nice guy.
I want to hear you say China, but it's not on the board here. I don't know why. I guess it's not politically correct to say China.
I'm really smart. I'm sorry. It does take guts.
I don't think it matters.
I've been very nice to you, although I could probably maybe not be based on the way you have treated me. I've been watching you for the last couple of weeks.
Hey, I like that one. Thanks a lot. I know the Tommy Temper Show is kind of being taken off a little bit here, so thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate that.
Just like I promised, right?
I know. Yeah, you did.
Look at this guy.
I know. I'm feeling kind of good about myself.
I love the competition.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not much competition. Like, you got the bag pretty much captured there as far as the presidency, you know. But on the other hand, if it was me against Biden, I think I could win as well. You know, it doesn't take much.
Mr. Tough Guy.
I know. You don't have to be Mr. Tough Guy to beat Biden.
My friend, Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg? Hang on. Where is Snoop Dogg?
What the dog doing?
Oh, yeah. He's around here somewhere.
Nasty guy who can't get along with anybody.
Uh-oh. He needs to laugh or do something funny.
We all need to laugh.
We do. You might think that I worked hard on this gig, but I didn't.
No, I didn't say that at all. I don't think you understood what was said.
Oh, okay. I didn't work hard on it at all. In fact, this is like unprepared. It's like off the cuff, and I'm surprised that I'm losing viewers.
No.
Hey, look who's here! It's the Admiral Red Show coming in for Trump. Can't beat Admiral Red. If you can't beat him, join him.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Red.
You're fired. You're not a nice person. I'm sorry. I've been very nice to you, although I could probably maybe not be based on the way you have treated me, but I wouldn't do that.
Okay, there you go.
And I will tell you this, and I said it very strongly. I hate to break it to you guys.
12 or 13.
9 years, okay?
Nasty guy who can't get along with anybody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Okay, so that was Trump. But yeah, no, I ran across this. And actually, it's kind of a cool thing because you can, it's like a text-to-speech thing here, too, where if I wanted him to say something, then there's another thing here where you can actually type in what you want him to say, and then he'll say it, either Biden or Trump or whatever. There's a bunch of different things like that.
Who's your daddy?
Whoa. But in the... I like the Trump, though. He's pretty cool. Okay, it's Clownville. Welcome to the Clown Show. We just got the show started here. And as things go, more clowns will show up.
Yeah, boy!
And the party will get started. Let's go for it. Yeah, so anyways, that was the political segment here. I don't really plan anything at all. I just fly by the seat of my pants. But you know what? I found some of those clips on the internet. So I thought I would go over some of them there. I never I never really actually listened to all of those clips before like we just did. So that was my first chance to kind of listen to the words and listen to what they were about. And those are all pretty much all real. So that, you know, things that Trump and Biden actually said. So yeah, sometimes politicians can be a little bit crazy. There's no doubt about that. But 6142 is where our sub counter is holding at. 127 in the house, and got a good group of people in here. I don't have too much on the go here at all, other than, you know, I'm not going to replay or do a restream of somebody else in this vertical format here. We did get a few subs here on this thing. Hey, if you're just sitting there watching, hit the sub button, subscribe there, hit that red subscribe button if you're just sitting there doing nothing. Of course, if you're just watching on your TV set or something like that, we're looking vertical on your horizontal TV. Ron Volts is in there using the pop-out chat. Oh, yeah, that works well. Call it cat in there. Betty White in there. Daisy, your cat is spoiled. Yeah, Betty White. Let's see, who was talking about you there the other day? I don't know. Linda Lou's in there. Hey, good to see you. Windy, I don't give a crap who you are. You're asked to be respectful, and yeah, and then you disrespect TT Mod. Oh, okay, Windy, I didn't see what happened there because I missed that while I was doing the political gig there. Trump has what's that? Never won. Let's see, what was that? Trump has never won the popular vote, says Kama Worms. Yeah, I know you get into popular vote, total vote, you know, and then, you know, like you could look at, well, how many votes did each of them get across the entire United States? You know, there's so many different ways that these guys come up with calculating the votes. But I agree with what you're saying, and I've heard that too, you know, that he didn't get the popular vote. So yeah, you have to kind of be looking at all sides of it. You know, it's the old thing. You know, everybody on their side wants that particular party, that person to win, whatever. And you know, if you have more than one person, it's like a job or anything else. There can only be one winner. You know what I mean? And it keeps flip-flopping and whatever. And whoever gets in, there's always going to be a bunch of haters, people that didn't like that it happened, and that are trying for their guy to get in, whatever. But, you know, that's what makes it a better government, right? That's what supposedly makes life better for everyone, because if one political party does something bad, well, they're going to get called out by everybody else on the other side. And that's exactly what happens. And that's, you know, that's what we're doing here, you know, and everybody does that. The people that do commentary, they call out the politicians all the time for the crap that they do wrong. When am I going back to landscape? Probably the next time I go live, I'll go landscape. This was kind of my last blast attempt to see, you know, how many more new subs can you squeeze out of a vertical, you know? And really, the only way to get people to sub to you is to actually ask people to sub to you. Like, please, 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 please make that number go up. At least one. You're sitting there. But, you know, like I'm looking at the number. We got 142 people in here. 20% are not sub to me. I know that. That's a number that YouTube tells me. And so that's like, what, about 30 people, maybe. 30 people are not sub to me right now. So 30 people could potentially sub up here right now. But the thing is that they're probably people that are watching on a television set or some other kind of a device where they're not logged in. And if you're not logged in, you can't sub. You know what I mean? So there's that kind of a thing. What does that translate to monthly income? What's that, Rex? I don't understand that. 0 monthly income. 0. There is no income. Well, you know, I appreciate anybody, you know, doing something. But I'm not going to sit here and... Put it this way, I'm not going to do a griftathon. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't even want to do that. In fact, I don't even want to talk about money and the internet. Okay, now he's got his arm shoved up a hog's ass, or maybe it's not an ass, it's something. The rear end of a hog, because my wife left that TV show on here. But he has a big giant baggie on his hand, and then he's got it shoved up that hog there now. Oh my gosh. I don't know what the deal is. Oh, it's not it's a mother hog, and she's giving birth. That's what it is. And he's helping her out. You still watching that? My wife's in the background there watching this pig thing on TV while I'm chatting to you here. It's confusing. Yeah. What's more confusing is that I'm sitting on StreamYard here, looking to everyone here. Repeated a comment, said Betty White. Yeah. You may as well just say it again. Oh yeah. If you're in the chat and if you ask me a question and I don't answer it, just ask it again. Don't put in there answer my question in my last comment. You know what I mean? Because then I have to scroll up about 10 pages and it's really, really hard to do that. But I'm sitting here just looking at the chat in real time here right now. Jeff Reynolds is in there pulling out piglets. Yeah, that's what it is there. Yeah, piglets. Frida Mommy in there. Karen from Knoxville. Hey, Knoxville. That's a good place. That's right near, where is that? Nashville, in that area. Really close. Mater Sandwich. Betty is queen of the outhouse. What? Chris P. Come on, be nice to Betty. She's a nice lady. Linda Lou. Chris P, you're the only one that, that thinks like that. Exactly. Colette Cat. Afternoon. Oh, it's KMC 85 in the house. Good to see you. KMC. Chris P, please do better than that. Yeah. You don't have to like Betty, but be nice. After all, most of the people in here are trolls that don't like me, but they know better than to say bad stuff about the host, you know. The host of the most.
I'm smart.
He laughs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, my fake laugh. Yeah, people say that. I've heard people say that. Yeah, it's Tommy Temper with his fake laugh. It's his fake laugh. Is that a fake laugh?
He laughs.
Is that a fake laugh? Only your wife would know that. I know. My wife's behind me saying only my wife would know that. Was that a fake laugh? If I go, is that fake?
I wonder.
I think it's not fake, but you know. Oh, here. Yeah. Get the arm. Well, yeah, I would say vagina, but, you know, I don't like using that word. That's a Korean word. Korean. So that's why I said asshole. It flows out of my... Asshole flows out of my mouth way easier than vagina. Okay, so when I say he's got his arm up the pig's asshole or something, that's easier for me to say. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Just, you know, I don't want to be rude or anything. But, oh man, I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Okay. Okay, see ya. Oh, hang on. Right on.
He is a sick puppy.
I gotta get rid of them. I gotta win against them.
I'd love that. Mr. Tough Guy.
Loving it. Masad, how you doing? You got a girlfriend yet, Masad? Inquiring minds want to know. Let's see what else Trump might have to say here. Hang on.
And I don't care.
Oh, we got a few new ones here. Hang on. Hang on. I don't care.
And I will tell you this, and I said it very strongly. The top of the line. Boom, boom, boom. Congratulations, everybody. I am officially running for President of the United States.
I love babies.
I beat China all the time.
I run, I win.
Politicians, that's a problem to me. Very poor job. We will make America great again. All talk.
Well, I pay a lot of tax.
Especially after those court cases. Holy mackerel. I don't know if you'd consider that a tax. 350 million or something. I don't know. Better fight that. Fight it. I'm Canadian, yeah. Trump rules. Yeah, no, I like Trump. Even though I'm Canadian, I like Trump. He's your best choice if you're American, I think. But that's my opinion, you know. Put it this way. I lead my life knowing that that you need some dough in your pockets in order to live. And the more dough that you have in your pocket, then the better life that you have. I don't know if you would agree with that, okay? If you don't have any dough in your pocket, you're not going to have as good of a life as if you do have some money. And the more money that you have, the better life you're going to have. It's a pretty simple concept, right? So if you can agree with that concept, then taxation would be your enemy, wouldn't it? So you don't want to be taxed at all, period. In fact, life in Turtle Island here started out with there not being any tax at all. And then governments set up taxation. Wasn't it something about the war effort that they needed to come up with some money to fight the war, and that's where they came up with taxation? Anyways, ever since then, the governments of the world have been hacking hard at every penny that you bring home to get a piece of it, right? And that's what I'm pissed off about. That's what you should be pissed off about. And you should be watching for every single time a government, doesn't matter whether it's your municipal, your state, your provincial, your federal, any of those governments, whenever they start coming down with their programs and stuff, it inevitably ends up being having to pay for by somebody. And that somebody is you. And that means that your taxes will go up whenever they institute some kind of a new program. And they'll do it. And it's funny because this is what they'll do. The government will go, we're going to bring in free dental care for all citizens, and everyone's going, hooray, hooray, we want that, we want that. But then they go, but we're going to get the money from you. And I'm going, well, hang on a second. Didn't you say it was free? Well, yeah, we said it was free. When you go to use it, it's free, but still, you got to pay for it up front by way of us sucking the money out of you from taxes. And then we have to also administer all of that money that we're taking from you, which also costs a lot of money. And then we're going to blow a lot of that money that we're taking from you because we're just really crappy at looking after any kind of money. And if there is any money left over at the end, yeah, we'll fix your teeth with them. Okay, how about that? Is that a good program? I don't know. That's not a good thing. Yeah, paying for dental. Yeah, I'm not upset about having to pay for anything, but I'm upset about governments coming up with a ploy like that. I just use that as an example, Catamus Rex. The example is stating that what governments will do is that they will use your money, your taxation money, to come up with a program that they're going to tell you is free when in fact it's not free, okay? It's being paid for by you. and they're actually hoodwinking you by using your tax money, your money, to come up with a program that is going to cost a lot more than it is going to implement, and they're going to use that as a way to garner your vote. In other words, they're going to say, vote for me because I'm giving you free dental. You know, it's a freebie thing. They're hanging something in front of you. I'm just using that as an example, Cannabis Rex. So, so why am I whining about this? Yeah, you might ask yourself, why am I? Because to me, you know, what good does it do me? You know, if you don't know me, Cannabis Rex, which you don't know me, I have always, my entire life, been fighting for the little guy. Okay? For the little guy. Because the little guy is who you need to fight for. You need to make sure that the little guy, and Cannabis Rex, do you think I was a little guy? Do you think that I worked for other people? Do you think that I worked for a living? Do you think that I had a job? Do you think that I, whatever, just sat here my entire life? You know, like, come on, get with it. The whole thing is that what I'm pointing out is that the government will coerce you with a program in order to get your vote, okay? And that's exactly what they're doing. And they're pulling the wool over your eyes, and you don't even see it, right? You don't see it at all. And I'm sick and tired of the government increasing taxes for all kind of programs and crap like that, and blowing the money. And, you know, at the end, it's the little guy. The wealthy people, to them, it doesn't matter. If you're wealthy, it doesn't matter. But if you're the little guy, you're the one that's being hurt the most by overtaxation. There we go. Da da da. What kind of a music strip is this here? Yeah. Okay. But don't, whatever you do, be real careful, and just please don't disrespect me in the chat, okay? Because you know that you can be banned out of here like in an instant. And I've banned people in the past and then brought you back again. So if you've been banned in the past, then, you know, like, you're on a fine line. So don't just sit there and try and disrespect me the whole time, okay? Be nice would be the best thing. Yeah, I don't need to cheer on anybody. I just want to poo-poo Trudeau. I don't like Trudeau. And I don't like the Liberals. I don't like what they've done to the country. You know, to the same degree, I don't like what Biden and the Democrats have done to the United States either, right? Because what those politicians have done have actually made it tougher for people to live in both countries, made it harder for people to live. And they come up with cockamamie programs too that I don't agree with. You know, so that are sort of side issues to just plain running the government. And they start getting into all of these side issues that kind of take away from the running of the country. And I'm not going to get into to exactly what it is that I'm talking about. But anyways. Well, I would say in Canada, don't vote for Liberal or NDP. You want to be voting for the Conservatives. or vote for the Republicans in the States. That's about all I can say. Well, it takes two to tango, Rex. So, like I said, if you want to sit here and try and talk about my personal life, you won't last long here, because my personal life is my own personal life, and I don't like to talk about my personal life. I don't like to brag. Okay, I don't like to say that I'm better than. I put it this way: I'm looking at other people on the internet, and I'm thinking, you know what the problem is with other people on the internet? They think that they are the center of the entire universe, and they go like, I'm better than you, you know, and their mind is thinking, I'm better than you, I'm better than everyone, I'm better than the world, I'm and you're not going to be better than me, and I'm going to put you down however I can in order to make you look like a worse person than me, you know. And there are so many people out there on the internet that just sit there and put people down all day long. You're bad, you're this, you're that, you're the other thing, you're an a-hole, you're, you know, whatever. And I'm just not like that. I don't like to put myself on a pedestal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't brag about myself. I never, ever brag about myself, ever. And that's why I don't want to talk about myself. This is not about me, okay? I'm here to talk about things, about you, about the politics of the world, about what's going on. I'm not here to talk about me, so I'd prefer that you don't talk about me, right? That makes sense? Because I don't need to be like superstar, celebrity, you know, like someone that's larger than life or anything like that. I just want to have some fun. I just want to talk about the world and have some friends. Like, look at all of you. You came back. This is not the first time that you were here, but you've been here before and you've come back again. Because why are you coming back? Are you coming back because you hate me? Some of you, yeah. You know, you're coming back because you want to troll me or whatever. I understand that, but you obviously must like me because you're back here again. You know, and whether you hate me or you like me, you still like me. Even the haters still like me. Otherwise, you wouldn't be showing up, would you? You'd be like, "Hey, I'm out of here. I'm unsubbing, and that's it. I'm never coming back ever again." Margaret, yeah. Canadian election. There is no Canadian election coming up. Nobody's called an election. There is no election. In Canada, you have to call an election, or you have to wait for the 4 years to come up. And I don't think you're having anything happening until 2025 in Canada. So it's still a long ways away from an election, unless Trudeau calls an election ahead of time. But I would say that Trudeau would be extremely stupid to call an election right now, because I think it was something like 20% lower than the Conservatives in the polls right now, the election polls. He's like 20% down. Like, he would lose right now if there was an election right now. So Trudeau would be stupid if he called an election right now. Will his chances be any better in 2025? And I don't know what month it's going to be. Maybe it's like November or something of 2025. If I was him, I would be betting that my chances would be getting better in another year than they are right now. Because right now, Trudeau is like pretty much going to lose if he goes into an election. That's my opinion, right? Based on polls. And we've seen the polls over a period of time definitely change over the last 4 years, or 3 years rather. So Trudeau has been in power for about 3 years. Meanwhile, in the States, your election is going to be coming up here right away in when? November? Oops. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it doesn't matter. You know, even if you're like a Antifa operative, Antifa supporter, whatever. because let's face it, Antifa isn't a real thing either. But, you know, even if you're like a far left type person, whatever, and you agree with Antifa and all the rest of that stuff, yeah, okay. So that's your opinion, you know. And I'm not adverse to your opinion. That's your opinion. I don't agree with your opinion. I don't agree that I would get involved in anything like that. But some people have certain opinions where they just believe the whole rhetoric and they want to get rid of capitalism. And that's really what the left is kind of about, you know, is about getting rid of capitalism, you know. And are you against capitalism? Or would you like to see capitalism abolished? Is that what you think would be good for the world? Because that's what I'm really seeing here now, is that you're seeing a big push for people in the education system to be pushing Marxism. In fact, the university here has the clubs and stuff like that are based on Marxism, socialism, communism, stuff like that. And that's really being pushed hardcore in the school system and the universities these days. And, you know, like before we know it, we're all going to be communists. You know, if nobody stands up and says, I don't like that, let's not do that, well, then eventually we're all going to be Marxist communists, and we're going to be living under a Marxist rule. And you're not going to have democracy, so you're not going to be able to vote on things, right? Are you going to be able to vote? No. People are going to tell you what to do, you know. It's going to be the big brother telling you what to do. And you're going to have a certain select group of people that are going to be ruling you, and you're not going to be able to have any democracy over who's saying or doing what. And that's what's coming our way. The whole world is looking that way. And some people are like, rah, 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 yeah, great, great. Because they're too stupid, and they never saw what happened back with the Berlin Wall and with communism and with what happened back then. Oh, you're so easy to forget. Oh, in fact, you're so young that you don't even know anything about that. You didn't learn anything about that in school, and you don't know anything about the Cold War, communism, what happened, how the wall fell, why did it fall, which way were people. You know, when the Berlin Wall was up and you had East and West Germany, which way were people trying to go? Were people trying to go from communism over to capitalism, or were people trying to go over that wall from the capitalist side over to the communist side? Like, answer that question, you know? Like, you weren't there. You didn't see that. I was there. I saw people and I talked to people on both sides of the Berlin Wall. I was there. And if you want to see that, you want to see this world return back to East Berlin, it's like the kids of this world don't have a clue. You don't even have a clue what was going on. You don't have a clue what life was like for the people back then, how oppressed people are under this so-called Marxism or communism. People are so oppressed in those compared to over here. Like, I know, because I came from a capitalist world. I went over to communist countries, over to places like Bulgaria, East Germany, blah, blah, blah. I saw what life was like. I know how bad it was. And that's why I don't want to see that come over here. I know. It's like, is it going to happen? It's so close to happening that, yeah, go to your university, go to your schools, go and talk to the kids, go and see what they're being educated, or who they're being educated by, okay, and what kind of things they're being educated about. Go and explore. Go figure it out, right? Because that's where we have to be very, very worried about the new people. You're not going to be worried about guys like me, right? Because I don't have any say. I'm not going to be running for office. I'm not going to be trying to coerce people to do anything. But the new people, the new kids that are being taught, and the things that they are being taught are the things that are going to be molding the entire world. So yes, it's extremely important what you teach the children of this world, right? Really important. Yes, people are oppressed in the capitalist society. I agree. Because guess what? Is there a perfect system? Is there a perfect system? Oh, is the perfect system Marxism? You have to be kidding me. Very good. Thank you. Okay, and if you've traveled the world and had a chance to visit different countries under different political rules, then you've had a chance to see what's good, what's bad, what works, what doesn't work, right? Travel the world, go and see. Well, in fact, I had a chance to do it a while back when communism was big in a lot of countries, and I saw how decimating it was for those countries and how those particular countries looked like they were like 50 years behind civilization, you know, Western world, right? They were like 50 years behind. Yeah, there's no perfect system, but I would have to say that in a capitalist society, life is better than in a communist society. Would you not agree? I don't know. Or do you think communism is better? Or do you think Marxism is better? Like, that's funny. And where do you live? And of course, answer that question. Say Marxism is better, and then tell me where you're living, okay? So that I know that you're actually experiencing it.
And I will tell you this. I said it very strongly. America. Bernie Sanders, Canada. China.
Oh, there it is. I finally found it. But is that the way he was saying it? No, he would say China.
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 China. Chrysler. Donald Trump. Donnie, Don. Eric. Ford. Is dead. ISIS is dead. Japan is dead. Mexico is dead.
I could actually make stuff up.
Michelle is dead. Obama is dead. President Obama is dead. Rosie O'Donnell
Oh yeah, can't forget her.
is dead.
What about Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Who's your daddy?
Snoop Dogg. Vlad the Impaler. Vlad. Peace, bro. How's Marxism?
The United States of America.
Oh, man.
Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Rocket Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Catamus Rex. Quit picking on me. Quit trying to bully me. Quit bullying me. Well, yeah, and quit bullying me over on that troll channel, too. You guys are a bunch of bullies over there. I'm going to start using the word bully. Okay. I'm not going to say that you're trolls. You're now a bully. That's your new term. And then if you're coming over here trying to bully me, it won't work. But anyways, what time is it? 2:45, 2:44 in the afternoon. It's a nice day outside. Let me look and see. See my color adjust a little bit here. Here we go. It's kind of hard to see out my window there, but you can see the birds went and put a bunch of crap all over my window there because they were taking a bird bath. And You can barely see anything there now. Hang on. Position that over. We'll show you around there a little bit. There we go. You can see there's lots of snow out there still. So it still hasn't gotten warm enough to really melt the snow. So it's not going to be above 0 today. Tomorrow it will be above freezing. So that'll be a little bit better. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. And that'll be good. Here we go. Hey, we can be in this setting here for a bit. Overlooking the oh, there's a squirrel outside there now. He's outside looking for stuff. Looking for something to eat, some peanuts or something. Yeah. We live in a free country. We can block a-holes. Exactly. Cadamus Rex is Canadian. Canadian politics? What can you say about Canadian politics? Yeah, I am invested in Canadian politics. In fact, that is probably one of the reasons that I went on the convoy, was to get rid of Trudeau. You know, like if I think I actually participated in the convoy to get rid of Trudeau. That was my number one reason. And in fact, probably my number one reason for this YouTube channel to be in existence is political reasons. This is a political channel. I started this channel as Tommy Temper as a political channel, and Tommy Temper was not me. Tommy Temper was a puppet, right? And it was the puppet. The puppet was the political channel of the puppet, and Tommy Temper was the puppet, right? And that's what this channel was all about. So this absolutely was 100%. The whole reason for this channel was political. It was a political move on my behalf to start this channel and to have a voice, at least some kind of a voice where I could, you know, bellyache my dislike of politics, you know, or, you know, tell you who you should vote for or who you shouldn't vote for or whoever. You know, this is my opinion on politics. Yeah, that's what it was all about. But, you know, the whole thing is that Cadamus Rex, I have to be also cognizant of the fact that 70% of my audience is American, is from the US of A. So I can't sit here and just talk about Canadian crap because I'm only talking to 30% of you, right? So I like to kind of stick to what the audience wants to hear, which is, you know, being Americans. And I don't mind talking about what's going on in the States because I know a lot about what's going on in the States. I've been following, you know, all kind of politics for a long time. Although I'm not so invested in American politics that I know exactly what's going on between individual players in politics, because you've got so many players, right? And you're at your state level and at the federal level. So I don't know all of the players' names at all. I don't really, you know, want to know all of the players. But the people that kind of pop up, you know, where you've got somebody against somebody and they're going for, you know, a particular state or something, then you kind of tune into to those particular people. But otherwise, yeah, I like talking about politics. And the people that are here, they like issues, because the other thing that I looked at was not only who is my audience, which my audience is an older crowd, which, you know, let's face it, I'm an older guy, so it's not going to be a bunch of 18-year-olds watching me here, or kids. But to that extent, it's a lot of women. Okay, probably over like 60% of my people watching here are women, and 70% are from the States. So that's American women. That, you know, pretty much hones down my audience. And what kind of things do they like watching or listening or talking about? They like political events. They like current events. They like things that are going on in the world, like spy balloons being shot down. A war pops up somewhere. They want to hear what's happening. You know, there's some kind of a rally going on somewhere. People want to see what's going on. You know, just current events. That's what people are really, that's what my audience is. My audience is not sitting there watching me talk to you like this. You know, like this is not what my channel is about. My channel is about bringing you world events, and we talk about those world events. And that's really what my audience has been built up on, is the stuff that I actually stream. This stream is just probably the last vertical stream that I'll ever do, because I did get some subs here. I don't know. We got maybe 10 subs or something off of the stream. Not a great number of subs. So for that reason, the next time I go live is probably going to be that squirrel's out there, and he's trying to go after the bird feeder. He's trying to get to it, but he can't get to it. That's funny. Da-dum-dum-dum. What the heck is that guy doing? Where is he? There he is. My lighting is bad on that side of the house there. But we do have the squirrel going in there doing something. I don't know where that squirrel's gone. Crazy squirrel. Where are you? Anyways, he was running around out there trying to get in that bird feeder. Your medical system there is why he's dead. Yeah, Betty White. I would say so. You see, there are, but it's easy to say that a system is bad, because a medical system is only as good as technology and the availability of that technology, or pills, drugs, and all the rest of it, and the people that provide it to you. And you're right. The problem with free Medicare or free health care paid for by the taxpayer is that you're at the limits of the system. So if there's only a certain number of doctors, they'll only see you in a certain amount of time. Or you have to wait. For example, if I would go right now to the emergency room, I would not be seen for 8 hours if it was something that wasn't super, super urgent, like blood leaking out of you. You know what I mean? But it would take you 8 hours to be seen in the emergency ward at the local hospital here, the university hospital where I live. So yeah, you have limitations with social medicine that you don't have with capitalist medicine, because with capitalist medicine, it's just, hey, it's there, it's ready to go. It's like, come on in. You want an MRI? Boom, we'll give you an MRI like in 1 hour from now. But you got to pay for it, And either you have your system where you've paid into it, your insurance program, or you pay for it out of your pocket. One of the two. Or I suppose if you're a low income, then you get something for free, even in the States. There's, and that's socialism in the States. So you do have socialism in the States if you're low income, no income earner gets health care and he doesn't have to pay for it. That's exactly what that is. The only thing is that in Canada, it's like universal, right? Everyone has free health care, which in itself is great. And I'll tell you why it's great. The free health care makes your country better, because even if you are just a little bit sick, you know how some people go, I'm not going to go to the doctor. I don't like going to the doctor, and I'm not going to go to the doctor. And people actually die because they don't go to the doctor. They just sit at home and they have a festering thing or whatever, and they just don't do anything about it until finally they're dead, because they go, man, it costs too much to go to a doctor. I don't want to go, or they're afraid of the doctor or whatever. But in Canada here, people actually abuse the system, and they have a little sniffle, they go to the doctor, right? And you'll see the waiting rooms in these little medical centers are just loaded with people with snivels going in there and trying to get some, I don't know what, penicillin or something. So it is abused, where people go to the doctor way more than they normally would. So there's that aspect of it as well. But, you know, nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. And would I say that this is a way better system than what I saw in Morocco? So, you know, what we have in Canada, way better than what I saw in Algeria, in any African country, for example. You know what I mean? There are countries like maybe Denmark or places like that maybe have better systems than we have in Canada. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, we all want a better life. But these are the things that give us a better life. And that's healthcare. Healthcare absolutely gives you a better life. But also, the other thing that gives you a better life is having more spendable income in your pocket. In other words, not being taxed to death, right? So if you're a working stiff and you're working for somebody else, it doesn't matter whether you're working for the government or for McDonald's, it doesn't matter. You want to walk away with more money in your pocket and not to be giving up more and more and more of your paycheck every single year because stupid governments come up with stupid programs to suck more money out of you and then give it away to other people that don't really need it, right? Like, for example, you'll have a special event for a particular culture, right? So you'll give a particular culture maybe $50,000 to hold an event. You know what I mean? So that particular culture, that group of people, an identifiable group of people within your country gets money from your government to have a special event. Like that, I do not agree with whatsoever. I think that we're all here, we're all Canadians, we should all be treated as equal, and the government should not be giving my money to some other special interest group for their special activity when that has no benefit whatsoever for me, right? None, right? Money should be spent by the government for the good of all the people, not little special event people or little special people. And I don't care whether it's a special interest group and I would call, you know, any group, whether it be a particular country that people are from, or a particular background of what they do, right? Without getting into details. I think that the government should just keep us alive. Concentrate on keeping us alive and keeping the infrastructure that keeps us alive running and working well. And that's what the government needs to concentrate on. You know, try and keep us well. And if it means opening more mental hospitals to incarcerate or put more people with mental disabilities into the hospitals, absolutely. I'd rather see that than having people with mental disabilities running around on the streets, dying out in the streets, basically. Not just running around. But when you live here in Canada where it's 20 below at nighttime, those people die out there in the streets, running around out there. And it's sad. It really is sad. Who's that? Mr. Epitime, the sarcastic, truthful comic. Epitome. There's a word that you don't see that much. That's why I don't pronounce it. Epitome. The sarcastic, truthful comic. Drop a link, Sable. I'll tell you if your channel's good. Uh-oh. Now we're going to get into channels. Yeah. Sable has got a pretty good channel. She has extremely nice graphics, very good graphics, great music, and does a good job with her channel. She needs a lot of viewers. If you had like a ton of viewers, if you had like a lot more viewers, you'd be going gung-ho. And I don't know what will do that for you. Time, maybe. Time builds up a panel, makes it a little bit better. More people find out about it. Yeah, you might have something there, Bob Cox, with that comment. Absolutely, a lot of disorders. You know, part of the problem here now is you've got drugs too. This business of all the drugs, street drugs. It has made this world the shambles. Because if you're if you're a little bit older and you've had a chance to live and know what life was like, let's say 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, the world was not like it is today. I don't recall seeing people stooped over in the middle of the street, looking for their next fix of fentanyl or whatever. I don't remember seeing anything like that. The only thing I remember was you had the drunks, right? And you had a certain part of your city where the drunks hung out, like what we called Skid Row, right? And all the drunks but they went to those bars and then they sat on the side of the street or on the curb or whatever and did their thing, and they were all in one little area of the city, right? And that was your little Skid Row, right? And that's what this city was like, right? And this is a city of back then, let's say 500,000. Now we've got 1 million people living here, but Skid Row has been, by the government. The government did this, and this is in my city here, okay? What the government did is they opened up homeless drop-in centers in various places in the city. So not just, before it used to be one place, okay? The homeless, the down and outs, the alcoholics, whatever, they were all in one area of the city. What they've done now is they've opened up drop-in centers for homeless people all over the city. So now you have a whole bunch of locations where the homeless people can go and get their stuff that they need for free. And all of the stuff that comes with them, i.e. the tent cities, the garbage, the debris, the needles, the drugs, the break-ins, the vandalism, the guards required at the little stores in the neighborhood, that comes with them. So that, instead of being in one part of the city, is now all over the city. I can go to, like I said, a Value Village store or something in way deep South Edmonton, which is like brand new housing, brand new area of the city, right? And I still see homeless people over there stealing stuff out of the store over there in the brand new part of town. Like, it's gone. Before, it used to be just in the depressed part of the city, right? But instead, what they've done is they've brought the scour, and what these people do, you don't see it, but what these people will do is they'll break into a garage, they'll make a fire in there to stay warm, and they'll set the garage on fire. In fact, there's an apartment building about 2 blocks from where I live, where the down and outs, homeless people, fentanyl addicts, started a fire underneath the apartment building in the parkade area, and it went out of control, and the fire went all the way up the side of the building, started the top of the building on fire, burnt out the entire top of the building, and I think that's probably about a 40-suite building. And 40 people were forced out of the building, and it's, I believe, about $4 million damaged. And that was just a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, right, that happened. There is an absolute epidemic of these homeless people starting buildings on fire in my city here. Absolute epidemic, 100%. It is like, it's gotten to the point that you can't do what you normally want to do because there's so many hopheads running around, starting stuff on fire, stealing stuff, robbing, breaking in, vandalizing, spray painting. And you know what the police are told to do by the government? Apparently, nothing. Because when you talk to the police and say, why don't you do something about this? They say, well, talk to your counselor at city council, because you need to tell them that they need to do something, because they're telling us to do nothing. In other words, don't arrest anyone for drugs. Don't arrest somebody for breaking in. Don't arrest somebody for vandalism. Don't arrest anybody for anything. That's what they're being told. And the police are being run by the city. Absolutely. Absolutely. By the municipal government. The municipal leaders are telling, and I've had this conversation with probably 50 police officers over the last, 10 years. Okay? And they all tell me the same thing. If you want the crime to stop, you got to tell your people at city council to do something about it, because they're telling us not to arrest anyone. Right? For like meth, a guy could have methamphetamine right on him, smoking meth in a crack pipe, right in front of the cop, and the cop would not arrest him, right? And I said to the cop, well, why don't you arrest him? And you know what the cop said to me? Because the guy's a habitual addict. He's got a problem. His problem is that he needs help. And me arresting him and giving him a fine is not going to help him. Plus, the city officials tell me not to arrest him because they feel sorry for him too. And that's where we're living right now. Okay? And the liberals of the world go, great! This is a great country, great system, greatness is in drugs, free drugs for everyone. Greatness is in everyone being a dope addict and nobody working, and everyone supporting all the dope addicts in the world. It's great. Yeah. On the surface, it sounds great to you, and you might have thought that it was great, but when it decimates your cities like Seattle and Vancouver, British Columbia, and now where are you? Now what are you saying? Now what's happening when Walmart pulls out of your city? Hey, now what do you say? Now you're going like, well, I still think it's great, but no, you can't say anything. It was a stupid thing. It's crazy. You know how you get rid of homelessness? By having a buoyant economy that is able to produce jobs. And you know what? This economy and this way that society is moving is actually keeping people like me and other people that have the potential to be able to create jobs from saying, screw you. You guys want an environment where you can't have a business that will keep people employed? I'm out of here. Why should I run a business where I'm constantly trying to keep bums and undesirables and all kind of people like that from ripping me off, robbing me, stealing, and burning down places and doing all kind of shit like that, right? It's like, I'm out of here. If you guys want to have a world like that, I'm out of here. And that's where I'm of that point here now, because I know what right was, and I see this as being wrong. Okay, I know what a good life was. I know what life was like when things were good, and I see this as being a real shithole. Like the world has completely changed to a shithole. I hate to tell you. And it's the liberals of the world that have done it. The Democrats, the liberals, and the NDP, New Democratic Party. It's all of that lefty, liberal, quasi-socialist, communist, Marxism crap that is really making the world and the people of this world suffer. Hate to tell you. And you might not agree, and of course, well, that's your prerogative. But the world is going down into that hellhole really quick at this point. And what's the latest thing? The latest thing that I just saw on Facebook was that some liberals are now coming up with the idea to make methamphetamine free, to give it out free, like hard drugs, to give out free hard drugs now. All kind of hard drugs. So that's the latest push here now. As if it's not bad enough to say, hey, we're not going to prosecute you for possession of small drugs. Now it's like, hey, we're going to actually supply you with the small drugs. Go figure. Wait, the liberals are Marxists. Who knew? Yeah. I'm not saying they are Marxist. I'm saying they have the same leanings. You know what I mean? It's all that radical left agenda. Yeah, exactly. Camo verbs. And you guys might be, looking at me and going, this guy's crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't even know what Marxism is, whatever. I don't have to know what that bullshit was. I saw what people lived like under lefty rule. I mean hard left rule, like in other countries and in hard left countries. And extreme left countries. I know what life is like. And if you want my life here to be like what I saw in extreme left countries, no, it's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to go for it. Yeah, I get my Facebook memes. Yeah. Well, hey, Cam, should I trust the mainstream media? Hey, Cam, do you trust mainstream media for your news? How's that for a good question? Do you trust mainstream media for your news? Do you trust the news they're pumping out to you? Or are you just sucking it in and not even thinking about it? I think you're being brainwashed. Hey, hang on. I'll lay money on it that Cadamus Rex, your favorite television channel is CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Has to be your source of news. It's got to be. It's your verified, trusted source. That's funny. But you know what? There are a couple of themes that CBC runs on. One theme, racism. If the story has any racism potential in it, it's a CBC gangbuster. I'll tell you that right now. There's also a couple of other things that they push all the time. And who they hate, they push that too. Oh yeah, CBC hates Trump there, by the way, too. Where do I get my news? Virtually right now, I hardly watch any news now. I'm sick and tired of watching mainstream media. I don't trust anything that they say. It's all manipulated to their whatever they want to spout, right? And if it's actual news, they won't say it. And if it's news that they don't agree with, they won't produce it. They won't let you know anything about it. If it's not left-wing news, then it's not news. And if it's something about a right-winger, well, then they'll spin it so that it makes that right-winger look bad, right? And that's what they'll do. Like, you guys know that. You know that. Like, I'm not telling you something you don't know. And there's a lot of news organizations that do that. CNN, MSNBC, CBC, CTV, Global. They're all biased. The problem is that there is no right-wing media. Even Fox is left-wing. Even Fox News, now that they booted Tucker Carlson, it's mostly the left-wing stuff is on Fox. So there is no right-wing media. There isn't any. You tell me, where's the right-wing media? Where is it? Tell me, name me one network that is right-wing. What is that one? Tell me. What's the name of it? Newsmax is not network. It's not network. Newsmax is internet. All it is an internet YouTube channel, whatever over on Rumble or whatever. But that's not a network. There is no network that there's anything right wing whatsoever. Not in Canada, not in the States. There's no such thing. It's all left wing. Exactly, GGAP. Mainstream media is nothing more than radical left propaganda. To a large degree, I would agree with you. Unfortunately, it's sad. Like, for example, watch a late night comedy talk show, okay? And you tell me which one is a right-wing late night comedy talk show. Because when I turn those things on, I see them bashing Trump almost every night, right? All they are is they're Trump bashers. They're right-wing bashing, they're coming off as a comedy type channel or a comedy thing, but really they're like bashing their right-wingers on there all the time. That's really all they're all about. All those talk shows, they're just left-wingers trying to bash right-wingers. That's all that their comedy is all about. And it's sad. It is sad. Even a show like Saturday Night Live is so frickin' left-wing, it is like, I don't even watch it. I don't watch it. And I used to watch that show all the time when I was a kid, growing up. But I never realized that it was so But the reason that it's left wing is because it's actors. You have actors and the whole acting thing. You know how Hollywood is so left wing? Yeah, same thing with Saturday Night Live, whatever. It seems like anything to do with entertainment is all left wing crap in there. And that's why we're talking about this, because a lot of people don't know this stuff, right? Sinclair Broadcast Group. I never heard of that. I'm asking you about a network. A network would be like NBC, maybe ABC, maybe, that would be like a network. And that would be where people get their news from, right? Would be a network, not from whatever you're talking about there, Sinclair. But yeah, the only places where, okay, this is it. If you're a conservative and you want to have a little podcast or a little channel or something like that, you're forced to put it onto the social media, which is absolutely run by the left-wingers. Okay? So let's consider me, okay? I do a podcast on Twitch, okay? Twitch is like, I consider Twitch to be LGBTQ, that kind of a left-wing platform that I believe does not like people that are right-wingers. And I've actually had other people that are right-wingers trying to do podcasts on Twitch that get no traction whatsoever. They make sure that you do not get any traction, that you get no viewers. When you go live, you're going to have 0 people watching, okay? Or maybe 1 person watching, 2 people watching. That's it. But if you're a right-wing broadcaster, you're never going to build up an audience on a left-wing platform like Twitch. Another one that is really bad for right-wingers is Facebook. Facebook, you will never build up any kind of a decent audience on Facebook because it's a left-wing, and it is really, in my guesstimation, Facebook is probably the worst left-wing platform that there is. Because if you say, for example, on Facebook, Canadians are pussies, if you type that as a comment in a group, Canadians are pussies, you get a 1-week suspension on Facebook. Like, that's how anal Facebook is against anybody saying anything about anyone. And forget it if you're like any kind of a right-winger on there. You're just not going to get any traction over there at all. And it's the same thing with all these platforms. YouTube is left-wing. The only ones that are maybe going to go anywhere are going to be something like Kick or Rumble, right? You probably get some traction on maybe those. But, I'm not over there. And where I have my bit of an audience is on YouTube. And we're still trying to make things go here. But I still see big hurdles on YouTube here. Really big hurdles on YouTube. This is a platform that is really, really, really hard to build up any kind of a viewership on here and to make your channel grow. Really, really hard. Because it's a left-wing platform. And, these platforms have ways of tagging different channels, right? Or different user or whatever. And if they tag you as being undesirable, well, then they're not going to let you promote your channel. You're going to get very little promotion, right? Because you're of that ilk, right? But meanwhile, if the guy is like a left-wing broadcaster, man, he's going to have 1,000 people watching him. No problem at all. They make sure that those guys really, really expand and do really well. And that in itself is wrong, because you're treating different people differently based on their political preferences. Absolutely wrong. Despicable. And I'm really sad that is the way that the world has turned out. Really, really sad. Really sad. It's terrible. And, I can't do anything about it other than just, complain about it. What else can I say? But that's where we're at. Yeah, the poor conservatives of the world are being shut out of, hey, we're being shut out of the you know what I'm talking about, Cam? What I'm talking about is the truth. It is the truth. And that's why we don't have much of an audience. That's all there is to it. It's just because we're being shut out on these different platforms here. And I can't do anything about that. Sorry. Okay, that being said, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the stream down. I might come back a little bit later. I always say I'm going to come back, and I never do. So that's why I'm going to say I might come back. I don't know if I am going to or not. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I just kind of petered out here. I don't like to sit and talk until there's only 5 people in the room. I'd rather keep the gumption going and then just cut it short. And that's what I'm going to start doing now, because before I would just go live and let everything run until the stream kind of just peters right out. Yeah, sub up to the channel if you're just watching here right now. Thanks a lot for that sub. Do appreciate that. Sure, squad. Looking good. Appreciate anyone that had the opportunity to find us on the vertical scrolls and whatever here today. Sub up to us before we drop the stream. But otherwise, thanks a lot, everyone that's been watching us here. Do appreciate you watching. And it's not about the money. And I'll tell you why it's not about the money. Because nobody donated to my stream. Nobody joined to my stream. And I never asked anyone for 2 cents. So there you go. Okay, we'll see you all later. Thanks a lot. And have a good day.